You're meeting me.
No, you're just ignorant. You're just ignorant.
Ignorant.
We're just chilling out, man.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Hey,
You were
dodge
really,
rich, you can dodge
you
the
were
ball.
really something before electricity. Oh man, you're gonna see some serious shit.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Humor on YouTube? Oh no.
The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you. Shut up, me.
I just blame Baron when things go wrong.
I blame both of you. I blame both of you.
Pop culture, opinion, entertainment, discussion, watch party, news, action.
Woohoo!
Pacific 414 Pop Talk. I thought it was Pacific 90110.
Bird over tag, a bird over tag, bird of legacy.
I got here.
Money 007, a man of hooligans.
Hooligan.
That guy. Welcome, one and all.
Woo! Hooligans.
Yeah.
Hooligans, hooligans, hooligans.
Hooligans.
Hooligans, hooligans,
Hooligans.
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 Halloween.
Yeah, it's never over. It's never over. It's never over. Yes, folks. Yes, folks. Good evening and welcome, one and all, to this edition of Pacific 414 Pop Talk, along with Cash Money 007 and Baron Norman Tag. I am your host, Mike.
Yeah, like cool, man.
Like cool, man. Like how you doing, bro?
Sick.
Yeah. Like that's your opinion, man. Come on, man.
I just want the rug. I just want a rug.
You want a rug?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He wants the rug, but I guess he wants to know if the carpet matches the drapes.
Oh, snaps. That was inappropriate. Yeah, we say inappropriate shit on here. What?
It's a chillax stream. We're chillaxing here.
Chillaxing.
We're not getting worked up on anything tonight. We're just
That's right.
Have 2023 go out with a chill.
But we just got dropped by YouTube. Oh no. Yeah, at least we're on Rumble. Hi, Rumblers.
Hey, Rumble. How you doing, Rumble? How's it going?
Hi, Rumblers. Rumble.
And hello to everybody over on YouTube. How you doing? How you guys doing, eh? Yeah. You know, the three goofballs are here tonight. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna relax. We're not gonna stress about any Hollywood or video game crap that's going on out there. We are gonna talk about something that recently came out in Rebel Moon. We're gonna have our own different opinions on it.
Yeah.
But tonight,
in fact, we do have a sneak preview of what we're gonna say about Rebel Moon. And it's very important. Yeah, we do have a sneak preview about what we're gonna say about it.
It stinks.
No. Oh my gosh, oh boy, Jace is hiding somewhere. Hold on a second.
He's got to be hiding somewhere. Hold on, you fuckers.
Hey, those bastards. Wait a second here.
Those bastards, I tell you.
Yes, our Andre from Wish.
Oh man.
Yeah. Tonight, we're just gonna relax because I had sent a message to Baron and Cass. I said, you know what,
Yeah.
we're gonna stay. We're just gonna relax. We're gonna chill out.
Relax. Don't do it. Yep.
When you want to go to it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about Rebel Moon, and
Yeah.
I think the first thing that we're gonna do is find out the latest adventure of Beverly Hills 414. See what sort of predicament T-Gap Steve has placed both Baron, Cash, and myself in, and also Jace coming in the story and say, "You fuckers need help."
We did that just for you, Jace. We don't.
And think about it.
We just love to mess with Jace because he messes with us. So
yeah.
We've gotta mess with each other. I mean, that's you know what? Isn't that part of life when you're
I know how you feel about it, man.
When you're around friends, don't you mess with each other? You know, give each other hard times or something that somebody does, and you kind of bring it out and say, yeah, you do that. So
hey, Chase,
I would stop.
Hey,
I would stop talking.
Hey Chase.
It stinks.
There you go.
Oh man, I love it, dude. We just But you guys said what you said about it, and play the "It Stinks" again.
I never said anything yet. What I thought about
Baron hasn't told us what he thought about it. He says, "Nope, I'm waiting for the show tomorrow. You guys might be surprised."
You might be surprised. You might be surprised.
You might be.
And, so here's my review.
It stinks.
Okay, now we can go on. We can go on to the next
That's not
topic.
the review. But it's funny because
it just might be Baron's review. It just might be Baron's review.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't think so, though.
We don't, huh? Boy, aren't we so sure of ourselves?
Wow.
I'll tell you.
Wow. I don't think so.
That's right. I don't.
Yeah.
Baron's
I'm Cash the all-knowing.
That's right.
All-seeing, all-knowing.
Let me check my crystal ball. Yes.
How do you know that me and Craig have been hanging out together and discussing eating on it together, You never know.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Jace?
If you've got an issue, here's a tissue.
There.
I can just see Grace being on the panel right now. You fuckers.
You motherfuckers.
He's got that vein in his forehead just popping out right now. And rightly so. So I'm just gonna get back and be relaxed now, man. Like, yeah, dude, just gonna sit back, man, and think about turtles, man. Yeah,
turtles, man.
Oh, turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They're like the most chill animals out there. The turtles are. You just kind of sit there and breathe through their apples. I mean, yeah, you just can't go wrong. Yeah,
but before we get into today's show and our thoughts on Rebel Moon, I do want to say hello to Leia Rose, who says hello PACIFIC414.
Yeah, who is the president and sole member of the Phil McCracken Fans Club for whatever reason.
Oh no!
And I just gotta sit back and say, you gotta put that dress on first, buddy.
Wow, that took a turn again.
I also want to say hello to Decepticons Cave of Comics and Toys.
Whoa! Did you say Decepticons?
He did.
I said
extinction to all traitors.
And speaking of which, I want to thank everybody for stopping by during my fall Cybertron streams, the two of them that I did, and also Sunday night's War for Cybertron stream. Thank you very much.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was fun watching him die all the time. The whole game.
Oh, I'll have to go back and watch some more of it. Then.
He was going
I didn't see him die much.
Hours.
Check. That one part.
He was Megatron. He was Megatron, but he was so serious at making sure that See, I know what the problem is psychologically deep down inside. Mike was wanting to make sure that Decepticon's lost because he's such an Autobot simp. He is such an Autobot simp. Anything you say, Optimus, I'll do. I'll oil chassis anytime, Optimus. Let me oil your chassis.
You can turn into a truck, and I can go around with you. Yay!
Whoa! Where are you taking this, Cash?
Hey, you're a man.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Let me work that stick shift of yours.
I wouldn't exactly say a shill angry, but I did like it.
I want to say hello to T-Gap Steve. Hello, T-Gap Steve. And of course, he's calling us all fuckers right now. You fuckers, you sat there watching it with me.
I'm expecting him to drop any moment of that stroke. And by the way, he did that wrong too. It's Big Daddy T-Gap Steve.
That's right. I need to correct myself. It's Big Daddy T-Gap.
Oh man.
I mean, it's not often I correct you. I mean, most of the time I do, but not often I correct you, but I had to.
And of course, he's angry. He's Canadian. He's the angriest Canadian I know. The angry Canadian.
No.
Taste the fury of my hockey stick, eh?
We also have the Padawannabe. And he says Baron has a scary dude for his pick.
What's scary about
There's nothing
that?
scary about that.
That's the dude, man.
It's the dude
Hey,
of the dude, man.
Hey,
Come on.
Wait a moment. You think that's scary? You think that's scary, man?
What does
You
yours
really
say,
honestly
though?
think-
Mine says dude. What does yours say?
Dude.
Dude, man.
What does
Dude.
mine say?
Oh, okay. When it comes to dude stole my car, it has its funny parts.
It does.
And then
it gets
and then
weird.
there are parts that drags on and gets weird.
Yes, it does. I'm like, what? What happened?
And he thinks this is a strange man. Like,
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
it is, man. It just is.
But we have
Man.
Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000, and we also have DJ Ronnie G, and I see a few more people have
Ronnie G
popped into the chat. Well,
Yeah.
let's see.
Oh. Hippity and hoppity, I tell you what.
Hip hop, hip hop. You don't stop. Bill McCracken, how are you doing?
Philly's here. Yep.
Watch out, guys. He wants to fill your McCracken, I tell you.
And Decepticons Cave of Comics and Toys says, I watched that on my TV, as a loyal Decepticon would. Yes, I was having a lot of fun playing with those two games. And, Sunday night streaming War for Cybertron, doing my not so good Megatron impression, but I was still having fun. Fat Steven stopped by and said he had a blast watching because he said you sound like a drunk pirate trying to be a Decepticon. I said,
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a horrible Megatron. He kept on dying.
And
Right for
Decepticon says Beast Wars was the best game ever. Then the Fall of Cybertron was second. Yeah, I can see where you could say that Beast Wars was the best game ever as far as Transformers prior to War for Cybertron.
Best game ever.
Best game ever. No, I'm not firing Cash. I never will fire Cash.
No, we're just going to make the workplace is so toxic that he leaves on his own fruition.
Yeah, so toxic, right?
That's why we have Jason around the
Yeah.
But first,
why we all do our Dr. Evil laugh.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
Oh, wrong laugh. Sorry.
Wrong laugh.
Yeah.
More like Scooby.
Ruh-roh.
Scooby.
Like
Evil,
Scoob.
where are you?
Like Scoob, what are you doing?
$1 million waggy. $1 million waggy.
Ratchet, why do you sound like Scooby-Doo? Because Don Messick was also the voice of Scooby-Doo, as well as Ratchet on Transformers.
Yep. And in Ratchet and Crank.
And let's see. Speaking of something that might make some of us, okay, man, I'm just gonna chill during that movie.
Yeah, man. Like, that's your opinion, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up on the big screen.
Ooh, it's a bigama.
Yeah, it's big now.
All
right, so so these are the movies that are coming out in 2024. We've got Night Swim. I have no idea what that's about. We have Argyle, Madam Web. What is that movie about? Can anybody explain to me what that movie is about?
I know
it is about a madam who's in a web.
Look, I don't understand. Whenever I looked at Madam Web, she was this older woman who was telling Spider-Man about the future. What are we doing? Why do we need a backstory of her?
Let me tell you about the future, Peter. You've got to get it to the DeLorean, get it up to 88 miles per hour.
You're gonna see some serious shit. Yep. But really,
no, that's Amber Turd. He's been seeing Amber Turd.
What we're right, exactly. What we're gonna that preview out of that trailer looks absolutely horrendous and easy to mock. I don't know what to say about it. I says, why do we need this? Like, why do we need this? Yes.
To make you happy, because if you're not bitching, you're not happy. And if you're not bitching, you might explode.
I'll be fine, but I just have no desire to see that movie. I'll be fine.
No. You won't be fine. You will be fine after we go through this and we read the latest episode of Beverly Hills 414. I just thought I would change it up a little bit. But yeah, you got Madam Web. I'm not interested in seeing it.
No.
In part 2, I am interested in seeing it.
Oh.
Yes, me too. Yes,
I'm itching to watch the first one again.
I'm hoping that's going to make more money because it's now going to be in theaters, and hopefully it won't be so much in streaming. It needs to be in
Dune?
theaters. Dune Part 2. Yeah,
I saw it in the theater.
So did I, but it only broke even, unfortunately, the first one. So I'm hoping this one makes more money.
I hate to say. I think in some ways, for some people, Dune is an acquired taste, which is sad.
It is, because people say it's slow.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually, I want adventure. I don't want to have to follow a story. Why do I have to follow?
No.
Why am I following a story?
No.
So we have Kung Fu Panda 4. If you like the Kung Fu Panda movies, go see it. I don't have any interest in going to see it.
Of course you don't.
Well, I like the first two, but I haven't seen the third one, so I'm not interested though.
To be honest, I haven't seen the third one or any of them. To be honest with you, so
and we have Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. I am interested in going to see that. And then we have the next Godzilla versus Kong. I don't know. I didn't get anything from the trailer that made me go, I want to go see that.
Well, you want to see it. You know you want to see it.
I don't think I've seen a trailer for that yet.
It's the younger brother of it. It's the younger brother of it. Okay, come on. I've been saving that to use. I've been saving that to use. It's a bad joke. I was saving that to use.
Why?
Hello.
He's the younger, less scary brother of it.
No, I haven't seen some of these trailers. So,
yeah. I saw a trailer today on the road. It's kind of big. I think the license was expired, but
you know what movie is really going to be scary? It's not if. It's when. When's going to be the scary movie?
And moving on.
Yeah. Oh wow, where did that come from? I like it.
It's on my soundboard.
Ah,
Okay, so we have Furiosa, a Mad Max saga.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna
no,
have another
woke
Mad
Max.
Max.
Woke Max. It's
You
that's
didn't
a
like
different-
Fury Road or whatever, Baron?
Oh, that was such a feminist thing. I mean, look how they treated Max in that whole thing, and everything was centered around her. It's like this isn't a Mad Max, and
I
and
haven't watched it. I've watched the very first Mad Max,
Yeah.
but I haven't watched
Oh, well,
all the
yeah.
second one. But I've watched the very first one, the
Yeah.
one with Mel Gibson. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely. But then they had some sort of woke feminist lady basically ghostwrite most of it. So and then it became Mad Max bad, women good.
Really? Okay, I'll
Yeah,
have to look
kinda.
for that when I
Well,
watch it.
more like Mad Max is emasculated git and women good.
You didn't feel it was this nonstop action movie? You got your adrenaline
No.
pumping? Okay.
I don't think it was a Mad Max film. I did not feel like a
Interesting.
Mad Max film.
Okay.
It felt like a woke Max film. So
Oh, don't tell Crit that, man. Oh.
well, hey, Crit.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, at least he and I agree on Rebel Moon, so we can. I don't have to worry about it. So.
Oh, do you now? We don't know that. Just stop. Nice try,
Well,
Baron.
we don't know what your take is
That's
yet.
right. Yet.
Mm.
Look, I gotta
Really?
tell you guys, the Planet of the Apes. Look, I know Crit has said you got to watch the Andy Circus ones, but I watched the first one a long time ago with Charlton Heston. It was good, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It just didn't do much for me. Are you guys big fans of Planet of the Apes? Or
I'm not a big apes guy.
I could
no,
take
but
them or leave them.
yeah, that's. I don't think they're bad films. I just
no.
not that into.
If there's nothing else on, yeah, it's fun to watch. What the hell?
That's a fair.
What's that?
And then in June we've got Ballerina.
Oh,
a John
Ballerina.
Wick spinoff.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, so I want to let you guys know. Recently, I'm
John
finally catching up. No, John Woke. No,
Well, you
I
never
just
know.
recently watched John Wick 2, and man, just those so good, just so good. I'm going to be watching 3 soon, and then I'll finally be able to watch 4. So I'll be all caught up.
You know why he liked it so much? The dog got killed.
Dude, I feel bad for that dog. That was the first one though.
Yeah, and see, he liked that.
Was
He
the
liked it.
first
It's like,
one.
oh, the dog.
No, it was messed up, man. At least he got a new dog, but still, it's screwed up,
Yeah,
dude.
and then that dog got killed. And then they killed the next dog. And every film, I mean, John Wick
Oh,
3,
man.
55 dogs get killed.
No, I think in the second one, his dog is still alive. Actually,
No, but there'll be 55 dogs in the next one.
50. Yeah,
55.
55, 55.
No,
55,
actually,
huh?
no. Yeah. It'd be
Valor-
55 because
Valor, do you guys think we need a spin-off of John Wick, or did you guys were
Nah,
fine
I don't
with the
know.
end
All
of
depends.
4? Yeah, I have to still watch it. I know what happens. Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see the trailer.
Yeah.
The teaser trailer, then the final trailer, and I'll let you know whether or not I'm even intrigued to go see it.
Yeah.
I mean, Cash will be down there at the theater, the Loch Ness Theater. He's going to go.
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no 350, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him a.
So, that's when he goes down to Loch Ness Theater. So.
And then on the 14th of June, we had Bad Boys 4. I didn't even know they were making a Bad Boys 4.
I heard about it. I think there was some jokes about it. About the old people. Old people got no reason.
Then we have Inside Out 2. I haven't even watched the first one, to be honest.
The first one was really good. This one I'm worried about.
And then on the 26th of June, we have A Quiet Place Day 1.
I still need to watch those movies. I've watched some of the first one, but I haven't finished it. There's been like 4 now or something, I guess. Something like that. 3? I don't know. Yeah, I can see that. Padawan B.
And Jay says at Pacific at Cash at Baron. I sent Cashy a really short video to you guys, me to you guys, or mostly Baron.
I'll watch it a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Mm.
Angry Canadian says Short People is perfect Randy Newman song, Baron.
Mm.
I like it.
Mm.
I like it.
Yeah, I like Randy Newman.
Short
So-
squirrels got no reason.
So it's been almost, what, 30 years since the last Twister?
Gosh,
Give or take?
why do we need it? Because Hollywood's still running out of ideas. They get this contract. And
Twisters. That's right. This
Twister.
time you don't have one Twister coming down, but you got 100 billion trillion.
yeah.
Well, they kind of had that in that first film. Like Twister
know,
after
I'm-
Twister after
Uh,
Twister was like. Wasn't Bill Pullman in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
It was a good movie.
Then on the 26th of July, we have Deadpool 3.
Gosh, that
I-
better be good.
I don't know.
Please.
I don't know.
Please, for freak's sake.
I have my doubts, Cash. I have my doubts.
I have my doubts too. I'm worried. Disney's is whatever people want to believe. Disney just recently, they're not a $1 billion company anymore. That's got to say a lot.
They're a $1 trillion company.
No, they aren't.
Yeah, they're multi-trillion dollar company.
And of course, we have Borderlands on
I don't
August
know
9th.
about that. I like the first two games, especially the second one and Tales of the Borderlands, but I don't know. Maybe I'll give that a try. I'm not sure.
No, you won't. I know.
I
you
might. We'll see. We'll see.
Nah, you're not going to give it a try.
I don't know if I'd go see it in the theaters though.
No, you won't.
Alien Romulus, August 16th. Oh, yes, the Romulans are aliens. So why do you need to make a movie about the Romulans?
But this is under Disney. Is this? I'm guess obviously still because they have 20th Century Fox. So
20th Century Frog. Ribbit.
Frog.
Knee-deep,
Yes.
knee-deep, knee-deep.
Are you guys excited about more alien stuff or?
No.
Not really.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm really. I'm considering how they run that stuff so much. You know?
1 and 2, I'm fine with, and then after that I just go. Even Prometheus, I liked it, but I don't really remember it very much. I remember obviously Alien 1 and 2 more.
So what you're trying to say is Prometheus didn't light your fire.
Yeah, something like that.
Good to see you, Pop.
What's up,
I'm
pop culture? I'm sorry. So
sorry.
very, very
I'm
sorry.
very sorry. Yes,
And
That's
then
never
on
gonna get
August
old.
August 30th, we have Craven the Hunter. Again,
Jason and I are gonna try that movie. We're gonna give it a chance.
okay.
wow.
Well, you answered my question. I was going to ask who's interested in that movie, and you and Jace are. So I'll keep my big trap shut.
It's okay.
Jace don't. Yes, Jace don't like
we're gonna just be open minded about it. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it'll be good.
Beetlejuice 2. I want Beetlejuice 2 to be good.
It
I
would
don't
be
know if
nice.
we'll be able to
I
top
don't
the
think
original,
it's
though.
necessary, but it would be
Oh.
nice if it was good. It's not necessary at all. The first one is fine.
How
Very
how
good
are they-
film.
how are they going to top it? Honestly,
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm not sure. No.
And then in September on the 13th, we have Transformers 1.
Transformers.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Okay, so yeah, the last Transformer movie, I know Mike liked it. I know my brother liked it a lot. I still need to see it, but you felt
Hated
it
it.
wasn't woke or anything, Mike. You felt it was actually a good story. Is that right? Of Transformers?
Yeah, of the Transformers live action movies that we
Yeah.
received, I thought it was one of the better ones.
Okay.
I ranked it at number 3 behind Bumblebee and number one still
movie
being
is good, yeah.
Transformers, the movie from 1986.
He's
It stinks.
that.
Says the guy who hasn't even seen it yet.
That's right.
But he's acting like a true Decepticon.
I would never deceptive you. I never would decept any of you.
Jace, I don't think Beetlejuice 2 will actually be shit. It's just I don't think it's necessary. That's all. But I guess you could say that about a lot of these sequels. So, yeah.
So we have Joker, Follett, and Duke.
I have mixed feelings about that. I just don't know if we need a musical of Joker. I like the first Joker movie a lot. It would surprise me actually, but this one I don't. A musical with Lady Gaga. I don't know.
Gag me, Lady Gag me.
And you are exactly right, Pop. 2024 is the 40th anniversary of Transformers. And as I've advertised here before on the channel, there will be an additional Pop Talk where we celebrate the 40th anniversary of Transformers.
That'll be a big
didn't
deal.
know that.
Yeah, I know,
didn't know
right?
that.
You got to keep up, Baron. Come on, man.
I know. What the hell?
And I'm going to go ahead and announce it now. At some point in 2024, we're also going to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm going to include the cartoon into that because without the comic, you don't get the cartoon.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Listen to you.
That's right.
I have goals for this. I have goals for this channel in 2024.
And you know, if
I'll
the
get
last
into that later.
Ronin, if the last Ronin game turns out well, that's a big win, man.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
big win.
definitely.
Mike said he's got goals for this. He told me backstage. He says he has goals for the station. And if I don't shape up, I'm not going to be part of them.
Ooh, you know.
Yeah, I got to shape up. He says.
Sometimes he's a stickler, man. I don't know.
I know he's really, really, really a stickler. I just don't know.
Well, you know, Barrett, it's not all hell Megatron. It's all hell Micatron.
Micatron. Ooh, I like
Micatron. Da-na-na-na-na.
that.
But yeah, I don't know about a musical Joker movie.
No,
I don't know. I mean, I understand why people are intrigued by it. I get it, but I don't know if it just seems like another movie that's just not necessary.
Well, I mean, crying out loud, it's like we had the musical. We had the musical Star Trek. Ooh, yay! They're going to have a musical. They're going to have a musical Doctor Who now. Oh, yay! So they're going to have a
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, yeah, we're not going to shitter too much now. Let's go one step further, okay? You know, it's like,
Yep, and the media is back to attacking fans again about a property that they have actual concerns about. But sure, whatever. Dumbasses.
well, I don't care. The more they attack, the more it means I'm right. That's the way I look at it.
That's right. Exactly. Yep. Is that all you guys can come up with, really?
Yeah, it's like, come on. Yeah. I'm hurt now. I'm hurt, guys. You went after me. I'm so hurt. Yeah.
Aaron, it's Pop Talk. If we go after you, it's because we're poking fun at you.
Oh, and I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the media.
Baron, you missed the whole joke.
Oh, sorry.
We poke fun at each other.
Oh, we do? Okay, I'm sorry, man. Like I was just kind of chilling here on my rug, and it's like trying to figure out what condition. Trying to figure out what condition my condition is in, man. Like,
yeah, your rug, it really ties the room together, doesn't it?
Hey, it does. And you said this was a chill stream, man. I'm chilling, man.
Well, you'll be able to chill on November 8th when you watch Venom 3. I still have to watch the second one.
Okay, so Venom.
Okay, he's going to give us this whole story here. So you see Venom.
So Venom, yeah, no. Did you guys watch the first Venom movie?
No,
I did. I watched the first one.
Did you like it? It was.
I liked it for what it was.
For Venom, it definitely was the best. He was definitely the star. So in 2, I don't know if you guys want me to spoil it or not. I still remember a lot of 2, but.
Well, hit that spoiler button.
Yeah, let me hit that spoiler button.
Hit that spoiler button before.
Let me Let me dust it off.
Yeah, he's gonna ruin it for us, folks.
Okay, here you go.
So basically, in this movie, it's too short.
Okay, well,
I think the
we have right now. Talk to you guys later. See you next week.
that's right. It's too short. They could have done a much better job with Carnage. I'm trying to remember this stuff. The whole thing about the relationship with Venom and Brock was just stupid. Very, very stupid. Now, you guys might not care about it. There is basically somewhat of an agenda in here, but what it is that Venom is always the star of these movies. He has some of the best jokes. Not that Brock is bad in the movie. Not that
Brock? What does our president have to do with this? Our former president.
Yeah, what does Brock Lesnar have to do with this? The reigning, defending, undisputed champion of the WWE, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wanted to do my Paul Heyman impression for any wrestling fans out there.
No, if we did have any, they're gone now.
Yeah, there's just there's just problems with Venom too. It's too short. There's some nonsense with an agenda in there. It's not that big, but it's just not as good as the first one, I would say. But if you guys, I would see the first one, Baron, and then go from there, and then see if you like the second one. But the second one is okay, yeah, that's not too surprising. But there's just they could have done more with 2. And some of the directions they went is ridiculous. Yeah, I think Sonic the Hedgehog 3 could be quite good.
You think? Okay.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It was so stupid. No, Jace is right. That basically what it is. Basically, for whatever reason, Venom is actually in love with Brock. That's not exactly how it works, but
And we know that it's really Jace that is. So how could they do that?
And we have Gladiator 2 in November. Do we need a sequel to Gladiator 2? That's my question.
No.
Gladiator was great as it is. There is no reason for a sequel. No reason at all.
Well,
but you can say that about a lot of this stuff. Why do we need a Bad Boys 4? It's
I don't know.
Crazy. We don't. Yeah, I think Sonic 3 has potential to be really good.
I'm waiting for Arthur 3.
Arthur 3.
With Dudley Moore, yeah.
And hello to Alex Moore, who says subject. Good to see you, Alex Moore.
Yep.
We also have Christian Phantom Geek, who says hello there. Hello, Christian Phantom Geek.
Wow.
Yep. Hello, Christian Phantom Geek. Yes.
It's amazing how people don't have lives that are coming here. I just love it.
Be nice, Baron. No
Come on, Baron.
No cookies, Baron. What did I tell you, dude? No cookies.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, Baron. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
I'll behave. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
I was saving you some cookies, Baron. Now I'm not sure, dude. You're being.
I want cookies.
I know.
You have to behave. You have to behave.
You have to behave for the cookies, man.
Whatever. Sure. Okay.
Hey, Baron. Baron.
What?
I've just got one thing to say to you.
Lighten up, Francis.
I am lightened up.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, Jace. Like, it's just Venom 2 could have been a much better film than what it was.
I can't comment. I haven't seen it, but I
don't know.
I'll take your guys' input and
ignore it.
No, I'm not gonna ignore it. We have the War of the Rohirrim.
Guys.
Again, that's a movie. I'll have to see the trailer for it first before I can actually say I'll go see it.
Okay,
is this kind of an original idea, or is this based on something else, or what?
I don't know who's doing it. Okay. Who's doing this movie?
I don't know.
Jackson doing it.
Okay.
Let me. You know what? Maybe if I increase the size of the picture, we can all see it. Think about that, Mike.
Yeah. No.
I don't think.
One
It's
second.
Mhm.
Oh, it's Disney's War of the Home. Okay.
Okay, well then I'm
Is it?
gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna
Oh, is
skip.
it by Disney? I
Oh,
don't know
I'm
about
kidding.
them.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just-
I don't know
don't know.
about
Let me see if I can
Disney.
get
Is
this
just
large.
I want them to find more of a brain again. And when people are like, they're not, they do care about money. I'm like, are you guys sure? You sure about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah. Not lately, anyways. Yeah. Oh, it's a Mufasa is a prequel, but do we need
Yeah, well,
Mufasa? No. Didn't we
well,
learn?
I would
Okay.
hope it was.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Either that is he's like this big zombie walking around out there.
Is there a trailer for that at all? December 13. Okay, so that.
Okay, it's the Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I need to see a trailer before I.
yeah.
Well, more importantly, I
I
gotta
don't
see
know.
who's doing it.
Yeah,
It's
if
the Amazon
Amazon's
group.
involved, no,
Fuck them.
I'm looking on
don't want to
IMDb.
push myself to watch that. I refuse to watch Rings of Power.
No.
No.
Let's see. Let's see what information I can find.
I heard you're the biggest fan of that, though.
What, of Rings of Power? I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I watched 3 episodes and I couldn't watch any more.
I didn't even watch that season of Willow. I was like, dude, the only Willow movie that'll ever matter to
Okay,
me is the movie.
it's going to be an
Or
upcoming
Willow's.
animated film.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Animated. Okay.
When they'll be singing, dancing. Yeah, it's a Disney film. Okay.
All right, that one I'm going to wait to post any judgment on it because I need to see a trailer. I
Yeah,
need to
me
see a trailer
too.
for it
Me
before
too.
I
Yes, I agree.
burn it at the stake. Well, how dare they have this movie?
No. No.
I'll see it. How dare they? How dare you? How dare you? You stole my childhood. How dare you?
Oh, Baron Thunberg. I didn't know Baron Thunberg was going to make an appearance tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think though that something like Borderlands would have the same humor as the game because it needs to. Like it can't. That's one of the ways it might work is if it has the same humor.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of man bad, women good humor.
That would not make me happy.
Well, nothing makes you happy. So
That's not true.
the only person who's even less happy than you is Chase.
Now, in December on the 13th, as well as the War of the Rohirrim, we also have a Karate Kid movie coming out.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute, Cash. Wait a minute. It's nice to see that at least some properties that are celebrating their 40th anniversary are getting a movie or something, to celebrate their 40th.
Is this actually the original Karate Kid? This is not some new.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me look it up, Cash.
Okay.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
You will care, Baron. I told you, no cookies, man. If you don't
What do
care.
you mean? That was Peter. That wasn't me.
Uh huh.
Right, Baron.
Sure, it was Baron. Yeah.
It was.
Mhm.
Why doesn't anybody believe me?
Because
let's see.
Because you're a pathological liar sometimes, Baron. That's why.
Sometimes.
Okay, I've got a summary here. It says The Karate Kid 2024 is an American martial arts drama film that marks the first time the franchise returns to the big screen since 2010. It stars Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han, respectively. The film was originally scheduled for release on June 7th, 2024, but was postponed due to the 2023 strikes. I might go see it. I might.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio's in
up.
it. There might be
He's
some
warming
potential there.
up.
Might be
He's
some potential
warming
there.
up.
I'm still a little worried about the last season of Karate Kid of Cobra Kai, but we'll see. I just don't think it needs one, but maybe it'll turn out well. We'll see.
Well,
Netflix.
you're wrong.
You're wrong. Mm-hmm.
Again, that's just gonna be one where I'm gonna have to see a trailer for it
Yeah.
and go, okay, do I really want to spend my money on this while it's in the
Exactly.
theaters, or
Yeah.
can I wait and watch it when
Yep.
it comes out on digital streaming and
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
and we have Sonic 3 later on in the month on the 20th of December.
Yeah, I feel that there's
Hmm.
potential there, definitely.
Hmm.
They're going to introduce Shadow this time. Shadow's going to be a
Ooh.
big part of the
Shadows
movie.
in the
Get the
night.
teaser at the end of 2, so yeah. I just hope they don't have any kind of wedding scene or some nonsense that did, because even though I enjoyed 2 overall, that wedding stuff was just stupid.
Mm.
You saw 2,
And
right, Mike?
no, I haven't seen 2 yet.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I have not seen 2. I saw the first one when we all
Right.
watched it together,
Mhm.
but I have not seen the
Okay.
second one.
Well, if you ever want to see it, let me know.
All right. And then, of course, also on the 20th is Mufasa. I didn't go see the live action. Well, I shouldn't even call it live action. It was all CGI, computer
Yes.
generated.
Yeah, call it what it is. It was an animated film, just
Yeah. But I don't know that I have any interest in seeing it. But again, it falls under the same category as some of these others. I want to see a trailer or 2 or 3 before I say, yeah, I'm going to see that. I'm going to see that. Going to see that. I can wait for that.
I want to see 8 trailers first. Then I should have an idea of what the movie is, and
Yeah.
I don't have to see the
Right.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
How that works.
So before we get too deep into this evening's broadcast, we do have our latest episode of Beverly Hills 414. Let me just
Oh,
get the
I
music
forgot
ready.
about
Make
that.
sure it's not too loud.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I've been playing with that. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Let me know
I'm
if this is too loud, everyone.
Ah!
Okay, I know it's good because Barrett's just over exaggerating.
Who said I was over exaggerating? Oh, wait a minute. I can't hear you. Never mind.
Previously on Beverly Hills 414.
I haven't even read ahead, so I don't even know about this yet.
I don't either. So, Cash, you could go ahead and read your part.
Oh, yay. Go for it, Crypto.
Crypto. That's cash to you, Baron Ormond Tagalee.
And that was a beautiful beginning, too. It was like,
no, all right.
Very
Crypto.
professional. Very professional.
I know, right? Very professional. Crypto tried to walk casually away from the taco truck. Every shadow he knew might conceal a taco ninja waiting to pounce. Cookies to the wallet he might survive, but not show stars. Not owl stars, I guess. Yeah.
Read much?
Right.
You're making Mike sound like a professional newsreader here, man.
Well, I mean, that wasn't even a real word that he wrote, but anyways, he had considered calling Mike or Baron to have them come pick him up, but had dismissed that idea. He kept telling himself it was because if the ninjas overheard him, he'd be gone like Gulak. Is that I'm pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Guac.
Yeah.
Guac.
I thought that was guac.
It's guac.
No,
it might be guac.
Guacamole.
He's just making up words at this point. Dang it, TCAP.
Guacamole. Guac.
Yeah, all right.
That's a real word. Come on.
Come on. All right, we'll
Come
give him
on, man.
we'll give him the
Come
benefit
on,
of the doubt.
man.
He admitted, however, that it was mainly because trying to tell him that he was in danger from taco ninjas about to throw down with the burrito pirates, the bee pirates bit would embarrass him. What is going on? Crypto is afraid of ninjas plundering his burrito. Her. Are the bee pirates or har, I guess, yeah, Are the bee pirates talking about using you for cornhole? Har
Ooh.
har har har. Just ask for a soft taco then. Har har har. What
A
the-
soft taco in
There-
your cornhole?
there,
Wow.
guacamole. He could have wrote guacamole before. I'm watching UT Cap. Guacamole stains could rinse out notch O stars. He might
Not
be able
Owl
to
Stars. Not
I
Owl
guess we
Stars.
could say notch owl stars, whatever. I like mine better, but he might be.
Take my better.
That's right. But the
What if we rabbit
the
on that?
object humiliation, especially if he wasn't attacked, might deflate his ego far too much. Man, I could
Man,
really. Oh,
Hey! That's my line.
all right, go ahead.
Hey, Twinkie boy.
Man, I could really go for some Twinkies, Mike said loudly, but to himself as he sat in his car, projecting his voice about nacho chips and bubble tea sound pretty good. His pearl was dire as he was surrounded by the dirty hippies who were holding their impromptu road stock there about him. His only hope was subliminal messaging. Wait, I need more music. Come on. This is Beverly Hills 414. We need the music, man.
Da-na-na-na.
That's why. Okay.
Planning all kinds of snack food names in the various years of those around him, he hoped that he'd get enough of them hungry for munchies. Yeah, man, I'm getting you hungry for the munchies, man. That they would make him an opening to depart. Oh, no way, man. When these hippies sit down for their munchies, man, they're there for days, man.
Yeah, like, that's your opinion, man.
Dude, man. Anyone else want to get like avocado yogurt and dip like corn chips in it and just scarf? Dude. It was working. He was planting munchies into the hippie hive mind. Your turn, Baron.
Okay. This is how a professional does it. No. Baron was not having a good time. True, the bag that had been put over his head had been removed, but his captors had tied his wrist to a post using something fiendish, like clothesline. Oh.
I got
He
it.
He could barely see as they had replaced the bag over his head with some of the laundry in the basement, a lacy black bra over his eyes, and something that tasted like stocking in his mouth. Oh my.
I don't want to know.
Okay. Suddenly, it clicked in his head. He had seen this bra before. It belonged to the neighbor 4 row houses down who cleaned her house and her underthings. Don't ask how Baron knew this.
How do you know this, Baron?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? He couldn't remember her name, but he did recall she had a thing for listening to disco and did this little shimmy when listening to ABBA. Focus, Baron. Why were they in her basement?
Can Crypto escape the Fallout area when inevitably the guacamole hits the salsa and his own Pico de Gallo will be in barbacoa till he is crispy like a Dorito? No, I can't follow your lead, Baron. No, I can't. Will Mike's clever plan to subliminally plant Munchie Run into the hippie hive mind work out? And is he willing to sacrifice the local gas station they inevitably descend upon? Depends on how priced our gas prices are.
Yes.
How will Baron ever manage to escape his perilous pearl? And why does he keep hearing Abba's "Take a Chance on Me" in his head?
Good song.
Yeah, very good song. All this and more on Beverly Hills. As Beverly Hills 414 continues after these messages. Hey, why not Flub?
Because he's a super pooper. No, wait a minute. Super. Trooper.
Notch ow. Notch ow.
Notch ow. Notch
Ow.
ow. Notch ow ninjas.
Notch ow
Grandmother.
ninja.
Yeah, you better watch out for those notch owl ninjas.
Notch
Cash.
ow.
Mhm.
Ow
Mhm.
ninjas. No. Do
I'm
we
just
want
waiting-
to? Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to know when this is going to happen.
Cash Money can put his change in my piggy bank any day.
I'm waiting for that to happen in the next episode or something.
Yeah. Come on, T-Gap. We need his love interest. His
T-Cap,
long lost
indeed.
love interest.
Yeah.
Well, what some nacho ninjas?
Nacho ninjas. One hung low, the ninja.
The long lost love interest of one crypto coin. We could call her Bitcoin.
No boy. No.
I don't know.
We've
Come on,
got-
guys.
we've got
I've tried
Twinkies.
here on the,
We've got
on the final
Twinkies
Pop Talk
and-
of 2023.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. Way to end a crappy year, Mike. Making it even crappier.
Hey! How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Dare you? How dare you?
Why
You
did you
stole
do
my
this to me?
Pop Talk from me. How dare you? I'm sorry.
I'm
That's
so
what they
bad
needed.
at
You know,
that.
they needed to have Patrick Stewart follow her around. So when she's going, how dare you? He'd go, I'm sorry. How dare you? I'm sorry. So I think
Yeah,
that'd be great.
she runs around in a private jet, man. That says a lot right there.
Wow.
Hypocrisy. Anyways,
Well, because she's a special little child.
that's for sure.
Well, she's not a child no more, but
No.
no, but she is special. You know what I mean?
Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, Jace really wants this.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We're getting into it. I'm just downloading his video he sent so I can then upload it without having to use too many different sources. Cash.
I know, but I
Please.
told him no. But I told him. I says we'll think about it. He says no. Come on,
Well, I just
dangling
want
that
him to-
carrot.
I want to keep him close to that level of the stroke that he's having. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
You got to be careful of those strokes. Those
Yeah,
Norwegians,
stroke.
man. Come on.
stroke. Yeah. Mhm.
So you know what? Well, let's get into it. And then we'll play Jace's video.
Yes.
Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon. Oh, Barney Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
Oh,
Not Barney Rubble.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey, Fred. How you doing, Fred? How you doing, Barn? Yeah, I had an erection.
one of these days, Barn. One of these days.
I saw Betty in the shower and I had an erection. This is so funny.
Yeah, Barney. It was rock hard.
What's going on,
Rock
Fred?
hard, you might
I
say.
don't know what to do. Yeah.
Thank you, Jason, because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about right now. Rebel Moon. We're going to give our thoughts and give our scores. So let's see. I'm going to save Baron for last.
Why? You know what I'm gonna say. I already told you what I was gonna say.
It stinks.
What you're
But you
gonna
know-
say?
All right,
You
Cash,
jackass. Yes.
go ahead. Give your thoughts on Rebel Moon. And
I
whatever you say, just know you're wrong. Just know you're wrong. Automatically.
Oh,
Rebels. They're the rebels living on a moon. You see. Do, do, do.
For me, Rebel Moon is a 7 out of 10. I thought the story wasn't bad. I felt there was too much slow motion. I thought there was some stupid scenes, but overall, this whole building of basically the excuse me, the rebels versus the Empire. You had basically evil trash. I don't want to say the N word on here. Not the N word
Ninjas?
you're thinking of. Yeah, ninjas. That's it.
Okay.
You know, they went
Nachos?
into things with the village about, you know, how evil some of these people are and what they want to do to women in the village. And but I thought overall it wasn't a bad story. I mean, is it a story we've seen before? Sure, to an extent, but I didn't hate it. I just wish it didn't have so much slow motion. I know Zack Snyder's known for that, but I just thought there was a little bit too much. But I thought it was overall a good film, and I know a lot of people hated it, including Crit and stuff, and that's fine. But I don't think it's very hard to follow the story with Korra. And I just didn't like Kai. I thought he was kind of a I agree with some other people. He's like a discount wannabe bounty hunter type Han Solo. I didn't care about Kai. And when he decided to do what he's going to do, because I don't want to spoil too much, um, I was like, oh, well, that's surprising. But I didn't think the villain was just there. I like the main character more, Korra. I also like the fact that she's a female and she knows she's a female. She doesn't talk down to people. It's like we got to find a way to work together so we can take down basically the empire. So yeah, I thought overall it was a good movie. I can't say that, you know, and people that don't like it, I get that too. I do. But overall, I thought it was a good movie. It didn't feel woke to me. Um, just a good film. So yeah, it's just a good movie.
Wow, I'm sold.
It just was nice, and yes, you could look at it and say they took this and they took this, but it was obviously inspiration because Zack Snyder likes Star Wars, and it's obvious, and Zack Snyder likes these other properties. But even there was one scene, and this is not really spoiling anything, where it was like he was flying on Buckbeak, and I was like, this is really ridiculous. But um, I thought overall it's still a good film. I thought there was some good action in it. Um, some the dialogue wasn't bad. There was definitely some, ooh, that just happened. Okay, well, yeah, you don't do what I want. This is what's going to happen, which is something that I wanted in things like Book of Boobaloo. It's like you're not going to do what I want. I'm going to feed you to my rancor. Especially since he's supposed to be a crime boss. But anyways, yeah, it's I didn't I can't say I don't like the movie as much as Jace, but I can't say it's a bad film. I thought it was good.
Leave Rancor Steve out of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But those are my thoughts on it, Mike. I didn't want to give too much away because I'm sure some people still haven't seen it. So, like,
everybody dies at the end. There,
kidding.
now you don't have to go see the film. They're all dead as a doornail, every single one. And the butler did it.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as far as my opinion on Rebel Moon, from watching the trailer, I didn't have anything that was grabbing me, saying, "Oh, I've got to watch this. I got to watch this the moment it comes out on Netflix." I just didn't see anything that was interesting. And then, you know, Jace the other night says, "You want to watch Rebel Moon?" I'm like, "Oh, why not? Check it out, see it for myself, because that's something I want to do. I want to see it for myself and get my own thoughts and opinion going on the movie instead of, you know, watching other, you know, professional reviewers or YouTube channels and having their thoughts go into my mind. Because, you know, you guys wouldn't trust me if I was just going off what someone else said.
Exactly.
I don't trust you anyways.
You knew he was going to say that.
Wow. Well, wow. Thanks, Barry.
Thanks. Yeah, I know you can get paid off. That's why. I've seen it. Mr. Paolo.
Yeah, right.
And I'm sure Mike can admit too. I mean, there was stuff that we made fun of in this movie. Some people probably would have gotten upset if they were in there. Why are you guys making fun of this? But you know, it was easy to find things to make fun of in that film.
I'm not saying that as I was watching the movie, I wasn't making some wisecracks.
Exactly.
Because you couldn't help it. You couldn't help it with certain parts of the movie making a wisecrack. I mean, especially, Especially when you can tell that it was going to be a slow motion scene. Okay, here we go again.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Here we go.
No, you did it wrong. Uh-oh. Here
We go.
we
Right.
go.
No, you have to say
Matrix monthly.
So, as I'm sitting there watching it, I could make some parallels to history, especially World War II history,
Yes.
with what happened in Europe
Mm-hmm.
during the late 1930s going into the 40s.
Yep.
And as far as the character of Cora is concerned, I like the character. And I said this to Jace and I said this to Cash. This is my reason for liking the character. Because one, she's not a Mary Sue.
Nope.
We actually got to hear her say it and also see flashbacks of her training as to why she has these very particular set of skills.
Yes.
They weren't skills that were just thrusted upon her. And I like the fact that when there was this thing where these soldiers were in this farmhouse and they were about to grape a girl, that she intervened.
Yes.
Because guess what? It again had parallels to the bad Germans in the late 30s going into the early 40s. That's where my mindset was.
Mine too.
Seeing the parallels to history. And how those parallels have been, salt and peppered into movies about an occupying force taking over. So that's where my mindset was for this movie. And again, I like Cora. I liked how she did take charge, but she knew she couldn't do it alone.
No.
And slowly recruiting. Now, Kai. I hate to say it, but when we see this character Kai, I could see it coming from a mile away that he was going to do what he does.
Yeah, it wasn't that surprising, really. Like, oh, yeah, okay.
Well, I'll drop this. You had that Chekhov's gun. When they took off in the ship, you had Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that there. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I do want to say hello to Paul of Phantomology. Good to see you, Paul. Hope you had a very nice Christmas, brother.
Yeah, hope you did.
And overall, I did like how the group of bandits, group of outlaws, the Magnificent Seven came together.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
Now, here are some of my gripes against the film. The slow motion. Yes, I know Zack Snyder is known for the slow motion, but there were parts where it was just, excuse me, overkill.
It was
absolute overkill.
I agree.
It's like, here we go again. It's coming, Cash. That and some of the CGI was a little iffy.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. It could have been worse, though. But yeah,
it
could have been worse.
And those are two gripes. And there were a couple parts where I thought the story did get slow.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to give this movie a rating, and this is based on going into it with very low expectations, I'm giving this movie a 7 out of 10. Because it actually gave me something I wanted.
Yeah.
A hero who wasn't a Mary Sue.
Yes. She didn't talk down to anybody. She really wanted to work with people. She was going to be strong when she needed to be. The person that she seems to love doesn't seem weak. He's trying to help in the situations. It's not always working out, but he is trying to help. Yeah.
But those are my thoughts on Rebel Moon. Now, Baron, I'd like to hear yours.
Yes. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
we've got Baron Tron.
Yeah, let me pull out my book here that I wrote. Oh, yes. Okay, page 1. Hated it. Page 2. Hated it. No, all seriousness, though. I'm going to piggyback on some of the stuff the gents say here. Is, yeah, this, I went into the story, and unlike Mike, I went in with no expectations. I didn't go in with low expectations. I didn't go in there with high expectations.
Yeah.
I just went in there with, okay, let's just watch this movie and see what it's like. Because Zack Snyder has a love-hate relationship, and fans have a love-hate relationship with him, and I wasn't going to let that detract it at all. So it's like I'm not going to even think about it one way or another. Going back to the trailer, what I thought was absolutely brilliant about the trailer was you didn't know what was going on with this movie. You didn't. It didn't give anything, not
That's
one
true.
thing away.
That is true.
It was enough to sit back and go, okay, what the hell is this? And yeah, I mean, there was some concerns. It was like, oh, it looks like, okay, she's got the red lightsabers, and they look like they're on Arrakis, and this, but you really didn't know. And it's like, it was all disjointed. Well, where was this? Where was that? So it's like, okay, I have no idea. It's not like it's spelled out for me. I know what's going on. Got to give them tons of props about that. So yeah, I am low expectations. Let's put it that way. So with that, this movie was very impressive because I looked at this, and yeah, I mean, I think most people should look at it with the popcorn action adventure, that action adventure swashbuckling films like we used to have back in the 80s. But I went in there with more analytical mind and stepping through. Okay, what is the voyage of the hero, the hero with many faces? What do we have here? You don't need to be Joseph Campbell or even read his stuff to appreciate that. And I know I saw some people just briefly, just there 1-2 little snarky lines out there about just detracting it, going, this is just 40K from Wish, or all they're doing is copying Star Wars. Well, let's take a couple steps back. You can say the same thing about Star Wars. Because there's instances where you can sit back and point, this is where George took his inspiration from Dune. This is where he took it from the Foundation series. This is where he took it from the Dam Busters. This is where he took it from the Magnificent Seven Samurais. This is where he took, and so on and so on. Again, it's all the inspiration. And
yeah, I mean, he's even admitted that he was inspired to create Star Wars because of the Flash Gordon serials.
Yep,
exactly.
The history of the samurai and other stuff, which you can compare that to the lightsabers. Yep,
and even when Han and Luke are, at the gunner position in the Millennium Falcon, he took that from bomber pilots and crews in World War II.
Right. And of course, you say the fighters from the actual battle and trench runs from actual war footage from World War II, both European and Pacific, more Pacific, and such. So we have to also remember this was something that Zach was trying to push with Lucasfilm for a Star Wars film before Disney bought it. And of course, when Disney came around, there was no chance in hell this was going to happen. So let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Screw Jar Jar. Why the hell did they go with them? They should have gone with Zack Snyder. Because this movie gave us 100 times more of a feeling of what a true Star Wars film is than Jar Jar could poop on Amber Heard's bed. Honestly. And the reason why, again, he grabbed the inspiration. Obviously, the inspiration from the Star Wars universe. That cannot be denied.
Right.
Because that's what he was originally going with. But yeah, you can see elements from 40K. Now, before people get themselves butthurt about 40K, they have to remember that 40K started out with tongue firmly in cheek and grabbing from all these other science fiction, science fantasy properties for their own stuff. I mean, when they have Sherlock Clouseau as a character in the early game of Rogue Trooper, I mean, they're obviously in this an elf or half elf or whatever. Clearly, the tongue is in cheek. It just evolved into the grimdark that we have now. But beforehand, they were inspired. I mean, obviously, you can take a look the Necrons. Well, yeah, besides skeletons, you can see them as Cybermen or Borg or whatever it is you want to put into, which is a time old, dare I say, trope. So yeah, the uniforms that you see, even some of the gun designs, straight, look like they're straight out Warhammer 40K.
Yeah,
No
I can
problem.
see that.
You got to remember who was he hanging around with for a few films? Henry Cavill. And Henry Cavill is what? A big 40K guy. So I wouldn't doubt if he got inspiration from that area.
Yeah.
So you can see it's inspiration and not necessarily a blatant ripoff, which it's not. I actually had more of a feel watching this of Battle Beyond the Stars more than Star Wars. And despite what Phil McCracken and others say, Battle Beyond the Stars wasn't as much of a Star Wars ripoff as it was a Magnificent Seven ripoff.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, but backing on the success of Star Wars. Okay, we'll just do the science fiction Magnificent Seven instead. But of course, well, it's in space, they're shooting, they have bad guys, blah blah. It's Star Wars. It's like, okay, come on, get your heads out of your asses. So I was viewing that. Oh, there's that strong Seven Samurai, Magnificent Seven, Battle Beyond the Star feel to it. Interesting enough, the computer, I believe, for the ship was called Cora in the Battle Beyond the Stars. So surprising, huh? The backtrack on the main character.
Well, you can consider that a nice homage.
Yeah, and I think that's what this was. This movie is completely a homage film, I would say. I mean, yeah, it came from desire to do one thing. When that didn't come to fruition, it's like, well, it's still a good enough story. I want to bring this around and continue it on, and obviously make whatever changes there are into it. And while I'm at it, I have more free reign. I can do things. Which he did. Now, again, we're talking about the face of the hero, the main character, as you all stated before, is no Mary Sue. We did get those images, flashbacks of her explaining how she came about, why she came about. You can see the trauma. Yes. I mean, this is a scarred hero. But through this all, you can see that the hero is healing, much like Mad Max in the Road Warrior, or Mad Max Part 2, where, like I said, you have yourself a duology. Mad Max is where he loses his humanity. The Road Warrior is when he gains it back. This is a journey where you have this main hero. She is gaining her humanity back. She's escaping. She's running away. This should have been what Luke Skywalker was more than anything else, instead of Jake Skywalker that we got. With having those scars, much more believable than what Ruin Johnson did. Again, why didn't they not go with Zack Snyder? I know, surprising. This is one of the things where I sit back and say it's going to be a surprising thing to hear from me. So with that, you have that strong character, like you said, the farmer boy. The farmer boy, again, a simple man, a good-hearted man, innocent man.
Yes.
And being thrust into this, but he still is able to stand up and do some pretty heroic things. And not only that, saving, but, and I'm not going to get any further on that one, but, he rises above even probably what he thinks he can do himself, which is, again, the hero's journey. This is what being a hero is about. A hero or a superhero is not going out there with, I'm going to go out and save the day attitude. No. Screw you, Alan Moore. A real hero, a true hero, is an average person who is thrown into extraordinary events and being able to rise up above them and write it out.
Yep.
And this is what we have with that character. Again, I don't know how versed Zack Snyder is and Campbell and all the others, or even the mythology aspects of it all. I gather he probably is to some extent,
Mm-hmm.
but he is. But he definitely hits those right marks of what mythology, folklore, all the things that we've been clamoring and begging for are. We have been given it right here. We've been handed this film. And yeah, like you said, in the beginning, the build up a little slow. I think the CGI, especially in the beginning, was a little weak. But I don't know what the budget was. So, I mean,
Yeah.
there might be an excuse for that one because this is being done for Netflix. This isn't done for the theaters. So, unlike the $500 million films that we're getting from Disney and Lucas farts, and still looking like chintzy crap, they might have more of an excuse with this.
Yeah.
And they're also doing 2 films back to back. Now, the one thing I have to sit back and say, I do think there was some stuff that was too abbreviated in this film. But of course, they also made it known next month or whatever they're going to come out with the extended version.
Yeah, the rated R
Yeah,
one.
the extended one, which Cash and I were talking about that, and we're saying, well, why not just come out with that to begin with?
Right.
But they want to build up anticipation and an audience want for it. But if you're gonna go ahead and release the extended cut, then give us everything so we can see the movie as it was intended.
Right, exactly, which would have
Yes.
been a lot better, I think, because there was some stuff that
Yes.
was just way too abbreviated that should have been expanded upon a little bit more. But then again, I think there was also some stuff that was dragged out a little bit too much and should have been abbreviated. So, trimming down some stuff, adding some stuff where it was needed, should have been on the board. It should have been on the board, but.
Yeah,
the thing
it should have because let's look at it this way: the extended cut might actually fill in the gaps that are needed to be filled in, to where those who didn't like Rebel Moon might actually prefer the extended cut. Just like there are people that prefer the extended cut of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Right. And not only that, they like the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League over the other. So I think it was a mistake that they didn't do that right away. They didn't need to build up any anticipation. We got the sequel coming out in April. So it's not that far away that we're going to be seeing this follow-up, which is good.
It's very good because a lot of sequels, you have to wait 2, 3, 4 or more years before you get the true sequel.
Right. Exactly. And considering that this is a back-to-back story, because here's a spoiler. When you get done with this movie, you can feel that this movie is not done. And there's a reason why, because it's a 2-part. There's going to be a second part. It's meant to be a 2-part. Like Lord of the Rings. I mean, when you got done with Fellowship of the Rings, it's like, well, it doesn't feel like it's finished. Well, we got the 2 towers. Well, that didn't feel finished. Well, we got Return of the King. Okay, now it feels finished with the 3, 4, 5 endings that they had.
Back to the Future Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't finished.
Right.
But one thing that movie did was it gave you the trailer for Part 3 at the end of Part 2.
Right.
Which I'm surprised they didn't do. Which I'm surprised they didn't do for this one. But in some ways, did it really need it? Basically, Part 1 was your trailer to the next one. It's like, okay, you like this? I mean, you got introduced characters that kind of abruptly disappeared through the movie, but are going to come back. And there's 2 of them specifically that comes to mind. I'm not going to say who they are, but they will come. Now, when you're talking about the soldiers harassing, assaulting, that sort of thing, unfortunately, that's something that war does. Doesn't matter which war it was that you're involved in. Every war, sadly, involves, and that even includes the quote unquote good guys. Even our side did things like that because war brings out the worst in us, but as much as that, sometimes it does bring out the best in us too. So that has to be remembered. So you see that aspect that this isn't a pretty situation. This is not glossing over, glorifying, whitewashing, any of that stuff. It is making it gritty. on there. It's making the struggle real. You are watching a science fiction Iliad and Odyssey. And you're feeling along the way. You feel for this character. This is not this is a true feminist hero. This is a true feminist hero. She's not anything you can do. I can do better. Men are jerks. Blah blah blah.
No, because she has her baggage.
Right. She but she also knows she has her limitations. What you were saying, which I believe you were saying before, Mike. She knows she can't do it by herself. She needs a team.
Right. And she's, she's gonna get, even when she's attacking a guy and stuff, like she still gets hit. It's just, it's not, she still gets hurt a little bit.
Yeah, she gets brutalized a little bit in this film. I mean, that's no surprise, nor should it. But then again, I think they all kind of get a little brutalized in this film, because what do you have to do? You have to watch your heroes stumble. You have to see them fall a little bit. You have to see them in despair, because when they build up again, when they rise up again, you can see, oh shit, it's going to hit the fan. Right. The determination is like, that's where you start rising up, watching, and going, my God, this is it. And this film did that. This is something we really have not seen in movies for a while. So, I mean, I understand. Yeah, the first half of this film, or the first part of this film, slow, dragging, kind of meandering. Zack Snyder's taking a little bit too much time to build it up. And not only does he have the slow motion, he's got the lens flares that he borrowed from Jar Jar as well. It's like, oh, yeah, I see you went to the Jar Jar School of filmmaking. Lens flares. But once you start getting to the crux and getting into that story, this is what we wanted. This is what we need. And I say, if you started watching it and had to turn it off, whatever, please pick it up again. Pick it up where you left off. Now that you got that divorce out of your system, and pick it up and watch it through again, or even maybe wait until the extended version comes out, or the R-rated version, or whatever the hell they're calling it. The
see that changes your opinion. See if that changes your opinion.
Because I'm going to see that one when it comes out. It's like, okay, I want to compare notes. I want to see how this one went to the other. So this is a film that we needed and wanted and needed.
Yes.
This is something that gives us, again, hope. And what makes it even more impressive, this is on Netflix.
Yes. A company that is known for having woke propaganda on their
that's service. For sure.
Netflix has had two massive home runs this year.
Yes.
Huge ones. One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece and Rebel Moon. Although I would rank One Piece above Rebel Moon.
Me too.
My opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I did find Rebel Moon not as enjoyable as One Piece.
Me either.
But the thing is that's the big amazing part, and this is where I was saying before, we're going to be seeing changes happening. Well, if Netflix can do this so soon, turning things around after the crap that they've handed us, then this is a new hope.
But if they were right, but if Netflix is a lot better, then they get rid of cuties. That would be a good.
Yeah, that would be a lot better. Yes, they need to get rid of that. I mean, they really do. There is some baggage there, but I'm just talking about new stuff. I mean, when you have two new properties that you come out with, especially after the fiasco of Cowboy Bebop, and a few of their other little mess ups that they had, and their arrogance about it afterwards. This is such a refreshing, and you got to praise where praise is needed.
Yeah, I was going to say, it falls under the line of what we've been saying here on Pop Talk this year, is when they do something good, you praise them. When they put out shit, well, call them out on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go with a rating system with me, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. And I actually do kind of put on this. I do kind of put it on the same level as One Piece, because the fact that, again, I really had no expectations one way or another. I wasn't
Mhm.
walking in and going, I'm preparing myself to be disappointed. And I wasn't going in there saying, oh, I'm about to get wowed. It's like, okay, let's see what you got from me. And I found, just like I found One Piece entertaining, I found this just as entertaining, but on another side. Because, One Piece is whimsical. One Piece is fun and whimsical. This is
Yes.
more brutal and hard.
Mhm.
So you had two sides of a coin, and both delivered properly. And I just hope that this part 2 they don't fall down on. And that's
Yeah,
my
me
big
too.
scare.
Yes.
I,
Yeah, Korra's story was interesting, and yes, we've seen this type of stuff before, as I've said,
right.
but it still wasn't. It's not bad, and it was just
No.
nice to see characters. Even the one man she seemed to start having feelings for. He was even like, look, I hope everything's fine, and that we can try to work things out. But even he was not able. That No, these people are just evil. They're
Mhm,
Germany back. They're these evil Germans at the
mhm.
time period where they're going to do whatever they want, take whatever they want. So
But
it's like, no, we've got to fight these people. They're bad.
right.
I just with the villain though, Baron, like to me, he was nothing special.
He
He was
he was.
fine, but
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
I, I've seen this 1,000 times. It seems this kind of villain and that tentacle stuff. I guess I kind of understand, but he
Mhm,
didn't really blow my mind. But it was Korra's story
mhm.
that
Well.
was more interesting to me than this wannabe trash German
Mhm,
person, as in
mhm.
at that time period. I want to make that clear. At the time period.
Well.
Yeah, during
Well.
World War II.
Exactly.
Mhm. Well, yeah, and the thing is, everyone's saying German, but it's also the parallel of the Soviet Union, what they did,
Yes, you're right.
Castro, North
Absolutely.
Korea,
Yes.
Mao in
Right.
China. I mean,
Right.
it's
Right.
just not the funny man from Austria with the
No.
mustache, but
No.
it's
It's not. That's
all
right.
these creeps out there
That's
that
right.
came in, and these are
Well,
all the same
right, and
tactics
even
that they did.
Japan was communist at one point, especially during
Right.
World War II. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, and they still have a communist party going on in there to this day. But
Mhm.
with that,
Yeah.
uh, what was I going to say? Because you're bringing that one point up on. Oh God, what was it? Because so many things got hit at one time there when you're bringing it up. Um, with this story, because there is a lot to this story. It really is. It is a even though it's complex weaving is simple to follow,
Right,
right?
and Cora being where she says, "I'm gonna leave" to her father.
Mhm.
No, actually, it
No,
wouldn't be her father
no, her
because we already
savior.
know what happened to her parents, which was good.
Yeah.
They explained that. That
Hmm.
she was like, "Well, look, I know what's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna leave." People aren't
Hmm.
listening. And
Right.
that obviously goes on. They're not listening. They
Oh,
don't understand what
now I
trouble
remember.
is coming to them. And I
See,
was like, I like that kind of stuff
hmm,
in a story because it's
right.
Hmm.
realistic. That's a
Hmm.
lot how a lot of people would feel. Yes.
See, I think the one thing that you fell into a trap in, I think a lot of people are falling in a trap in,
Mm.
that that admiral is not the bad guy. He's not
No.
your
No, you're
main
right. You're right.
band guy.
He's not
He
the
is
main
just a
guy.
puppet.
He's the puppet. Right. Right. But
Right.
right. But he's still supposed to be, the villain. But yes, you are right. He is the
Right.
Hmm.
puppet. Yes. Yes.
So, which will make it going to be interesting to see what are you going to do when you do bring, because we did get glimpses of who the true bad guy is, the regent. Uh,
Yes.
Right. Right.
so it's like,
Mhm.
okay, how are you going to perform this act? Uh, Throughout the film, of course, you're thinking, oh, this is a bad guy.
Mhm.
He's kind of lackluster. Then you figure out, well, no wonder why he's lackluster. He's just a tool. He did a great job being just a
Yeah.
tool.
Mhm.
And that's all he is. No originality, no nothing. But you got to admit,
Yes.
part of him was the
Yes.
fact that he was a bit of a tough bugger. He was not
Right.
necessarily
Hmm.
one that turned around and run away. He did
No.
face battles, so
Right.
which was refreshing to see. But
Mhm.
he was still a tool.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's see what happens with this tool in the
Right.
next installment, especially when you do see the true face of the enemy rising up.
Right, and I also felt like this whole thing about his staff, like it's just like I think the thing with Negan and his bat, it gives him. He feels that it gives him power
It
over
gives him
people.
the power. He feels
Uh-huh.
empowered
Yep.
Right.
when he has it in his hand
Mhm.
because he can cause them pain,
Right.
Yep.
emotional pain and physical pain.
Right.
Yes.
And you see that all throughout in real history and such. I mean, look at all the British generals, brigadiers,
Mhm.
whatever,
Mhm.
officers walking around with swagger sticks. Well, those swagger sticks were more than just to have for show and swagger with. You could do a good swap on somebody that would leave a welt, pretty good welt, if you wanted to.
Right. Right.
Which, of course, what was it for? To demean, knock people down, knock them
Right.
down off their
Right.
high horses.
Yep.
So yeah, you do find that people are attached to these things. It's a part of them. I think you kind of got a little bit of that too when Cora was handed back her
Yes.
pistoli.
Yep.
And he said, was the paraphrasing line goes, I felt this was dangerous, and she goes, "You're right."
Mhm. Yeah, I just, I think a lot of people went into this movie wanting to hate it because of feelings they have about Zack Snyder, and,
Yeah.
and they didn't really want to give it a chance. And then they go on YouTube and they want to blast it. And then I feel other people that come on to that same panel and say, "No, I feel this way." That they're just ready to strike on them and say, "You're
Right.
stupid. You're this. You're this. How could you like this? Do you
Right.
even know what entertainment is?" And because we have these elitist people too, who have their heads so far up their ass, they don't even know where it is anymore.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. And I can understand where some people have a grudge against Zack Snyder because let's
Yeah.
face
Oh
it,
yeah.
some
Of
people do,
course.
especially with what happened when he was on Geeks and Gamers. I get
Right.
that. I
Yes.
understand
Mhm.
that
Yes.
wholeheartedly.
Yes. Yes.
They invited him on as their guest, and what does he do? He throw the whole group under the bus.
He made
Yeah.
it very uncomfortable after things he said. He did.
Yeah. He
And
overheard them.
right. And there were problems with both Geeks and Gamers with Jeremy and Zack Snyder. And Jeremy has even admitted it. The whole thing is that you just have to be careful, but it's just like what Eric D. July said at the time. You have to be careful about who these people you bring on, or they think that they're your friends, because it's
Mhm.
not always the case.
No.
I'm sure there's still good people in Hollywood that you want to have on and be like have great conversations with, but you
Yeah.
shouldn't bring someone on just that you have to kiss their ass. And it's crazy too because people help fund that Snyder cut on that
Mhm.
panel. So show a little
Mhm.
bit more respect.
Well, yeah. I mean, when it comes around to be an interviewer, like Johnny or the like,
Mhm.
you're not friends. You're still the host. You're asking questions, but you're in a
Yeah,
friendly environment. I mean,
exactly.
yeah, you might be actual friends with some of these people coming on there. Some of these people you don't really know all that well, but hey, we're going to have you on. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk, and we're going to keep it professional. We're not going to let personal feelings matter in that one, and that's just it. I mean, to be a host, you don't be a simp. You don't be a sycophant. When
Exactly.
you start
And
fawning over the person you bring in on the show as a guest, as a host, you kind of failed, and
yeah,
you get walked over.
and also, if somebody comes on there and they say this is shit or they say this is good, it's like you need to ask a follow-up question, which is what a lot of interviewers seem to with this softball crap. It's like you're not a very good interviewer. You need to go back and do some more research. Don't be afraid
Mhm.
to ask tough questions. You can show respect, but
Mhm.
ask a follow-up question. Oh, I don't like this. Well, why don't you like this? Or why
Mhm.
do you like this?
Right.
Yeah.
You want to the person is there to answer questions. Obviously, you got to be as you know civil as possible, but you want to try to
Yeah.
get those answers out of a person, especially if they
Right.
say something and drop it. It's like, well, if you went this far, finish your thought.
Exactly.
Uh, and such. So yeah, I understand. You have people that don't like Zack Snyder. You got the Disney simps out there who are all pissed off because they know that this is a product that, leading up to it, they knew it was a product that was more than likely going to be more impressive than anything Disney has done besides Rogue One,
Mhm.
and
Right.
the first two seasons of Mandalorian. For
Yeah, you haven't watched
and of course,
Andor yet. I think you might like Andor.
oh yeah. See, but the thing is the same people who probably complaining about how slow it is, whatever, are probably the same as that went out there and say how great Andor is. It's like, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But there is a fragility amongst them because how dare you go out there and threaten? It's kind of like back in the 80s when you had the Star Trek fans all threatened by Star Wars.
Right.
I mean, honestly, they were threatened by it. They had their nose in the air, insulting to it, and all that because, well, their crown jewel was being besmirched by this fairy tale, when in reality is different things. You can enjoy both of them. One's not threatening. Yeah, one's not threatening the other.
No.
Get over it.
Yes.
So so you got
you hear this, McCracken? Transformers wasn't threatening GoBots and vice versa.
It wasn't.
No,
it wasn't. I don't think the creators of Transformers said, "I hate GoBots. How dare them do this?" No.
And Brooke killed a man, but that's beside the point.
That's right. With a trident. Yeah.
So I mean, there is a lot of room when you sit back and piss and moan that there's not enough about this. But when you get your prayers answered, and then you piss and moan that, oh my God, it's threatening my beloved property that's been shitting on me since the day one that they got bought out. Well, make up your mind. Do you want more quality, more that is, or do you just want to wallow around in mediocrity? Honestly, and I'm happy to see this.
You want to know something, Baron? If you're going to have a bar to compare it to, this was a lot better than Expendables 4.
Yeah, well,
I've never watched those movies. So.
At least the first two I thought were really good. The last one was okay. I mean, number 3, and I can't say anything about
those films, but maybe I'll watch them sometime.
You should. At least the first one. Definitely the first one. So yeah, I mean, give it a chance, people. Honestly, go out there and give it a chance. Even if you did try to watch it and didn't think you get through it, just pick up where we left off, or wait until that R-rated extended cut, whatever cut it is they're going to call it, and give it another try, especially when it's coming close. And let's pray to God that Zack Snyder is able to close this chapter, because it's just a small chapter. I mean, this is a big universe he's creating. Yeah, he's wanting to have his own Star Wars here, folks.
Yeah,
because he got comics. He has comics. He's got.
Not sure about the comics, the prequel comic. I think Sam Maggs is involved. So
yeah. She is.
Mm-hmm. But it's not just those. It's not going to be those. It's going to be other comics as well. And I believe he's looking at maybe possibly animated. So I mean, he wants to expand this universe. So let's hope. Well, if he does, let's hope he has a good control over it, and that if Mags comes up with some wild bullshit, he goes, no, keep it real here.
Yeah,
he's not going to be one that's going to. He's not going to be one that pussyfoots around it.
Right,
he's not. No. And let's just hope that he does keep this magic going, because hey, there's nothing wrong with having a new franchise out there, a new saga, new.
It's something that current Hollywood, comic books, even video game companies are afraid to do. Create a new property.
A lot of them are, they are afraid.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be some that'll try to create some new stuff, though. But
I hope. Well, see, I hope this is part of that. When I say it's going to be changing, well. T-Gap, like I said, when it comes down to it, I hope that Zach knocks her down a few pigs. That's all I'm saying.
Well, it's just
I was being nice with the F.
Mags and these different people, if they stop these self-inserts and they stop this arrogance and just it would help a lot, and I think it would help their writing a lot too.
Well, you've got to. It's going to come down to this: who's got bigger arrogance or attitude? Her or Zach? Who do you think is going to win this pissing match? Exactly. I'll put my money down on Zach.
Yeah.
And real quick, before we continue on with the show, I do want to hear what Jace has to say, and he sent us a video. So this is what Jace had to say.
Baron, you are a bastard, but I will tell you, I think the movie was a 9 out of 10. I thought the story was great. I really enjoyed what he was trying to do with the movie. I'm excited to see part 2, yada yada. But other than that, suck my fucking ball sack, and I will make it extra sweaty for you. So you're gonna fucking enjoy it. And thank you. Rebel Moon is a 9 out of 10. Fuck the haters of that movie. I liked it. I don't care about your people's opinions. Fuck y'all. Have a good stream. Love y'all.
It stinks.
Hey, Chase, you're a little premature there. But then again, I heard that's nothing new with you.
Oh, bro.
Now, do you think about
shots fired, shots fired.
Damn, man.
So, Chase, do you
Wow.
take that part back about I don't care what you guys think about it after I gave my review now? Come on, I think there's a little groveling on somebody's part here that needs to be done.
No. Yeah, and look, I understand that people, Angry Canadian didn't like this movie.
Right.
Crit certainly did not like this movie, and that's fine.
Right.
But also, don't get mad at other people because they like this and other people don't. And also, really, whoever is out there, don't just listen to whatever other YouTubers say. You can form your own opinions. Right. And I would say the best YouTubers are always the people who are willing to listen to other people's opinions and respect their other people's opinions instead of bringing somebody on a panel and they said, "Oh, well, I like oh, well, you're stupid." Like, how does that help anything? Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, we're not all going to like the same things.
No.
Because we all have our own tastes, right?
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be natural that this is going to be something that not everyone's going to like because it might not be in the area of floating their boats. Let's face it, legitimately, there's people that like Star Wars that don't like Star Trek, right?
That's right.
But
right.
there's no knows how to join, and vice versa. There are people that don't like Babylon 5.
There's people
like
that think Star Wars is stupid because they just don't like sci-fi for whatever reason. Right. They just don't. It doesn't appeal to them, and that's fine.
It doesn't drive with them. It's not their cup of tea, and that's fine. We all have things that we like. We all have things we don't like. We all have things that we prefer to see in our sci-fi, fantasy TV shows and movies.
Right.
And if we don't see it, well, then we crap on it.
Well, the
Let's
thing
face it.
What's great about it, though, is now we have more options. We're not just stuck with just Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who. Right. I mean, basically, isn't that the kind of the mantra most people have been doing for the last 5 years?
5 years at least. Star Wars, Doctor Who, DC, of course, Marvel, DC, Star Trek. All that.
Isn't it nice that there's another property out there, even if it's not necessarily a property that floats your bubble, right? Yes. Because having more properties that are done well and only makes us stronger out there. It only makes our fandom.
Well, T-Gap's right here. I don't know, Mike. Some people don't like Babylon 5, and some people are wrong. That's because they are non. They are non. That's why they don't like Babylon 5. They are non.
Look,
I was going off on that joke.
Even with that nonsense in season 5 with the cult garbage, like I don't like that stuff.
Oh no, you know who's still lurking in the chat, don't you? You had to mention season 5. You know what he's gonna do. You know what he's gonna do.
I know. I don't care. Whatever. I don't. I'm used to the nonsense from Trolly McTrolly. But honestly, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Well, but honestly though, isn't it great though that we're getting more options? And it's not one of those bandwagon. It's trendy bandwagon things.
Exactly.
It's actually we're going out there making something that I hope the people that are in the science fiction fantasy will enjoy. Yeah. If it's not their cup of tea, well, it's not going to be their cup of tea. I understand that, but hey, now there's more options out there. It's like, hey, we got Farscape to watch now. Instead of
I want more options.
Get back to not everybody likes the same thing. I'm not as crazy about Joker as everyone else is.
Me either. No.
Mm-hmm.
Just the
But
musical.
I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie. It was a
Oh,
good
okay,
movie.
yeah.
It's just not, up to the hype that I think
Right,
it's
I
being
get that.
portrayed at.
I get that. I don't think it was overall a great film. I think it was
Right.
very good, but I didn't think it was a great movie. I didn't think it was great like The Dark Knight. I don't care what anybody says. I love The Dark Knight.
Yeah. No, but if there's one thing, even if you didn't like this movie, there should be one thing you should be doing: celebrating the fact that we're starting to kick more options. And I hope this kicks open the door to, and like I said, part of that 5-year plan that was saying, Jason's gonna kill you now. That this is again going down that path to give us that. And again, it's not going to be trendy science fiction to appease those that go, I watch Big Bang Theory, so I know everything there
Oh
is.
no, the
about
Big
fandom.
Bang argument again.
Well, again, I'm not going for the show. I'm not going for the show. I'm going for the fact
I know.
that
I got you. I got you.
Hey, Jace, I've just got one thing to say to you. Let me just get the clip again.
Oh God.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
Like, we need more properties. I would like to see more fantasy stuff. I would like to see, wait for it, some actual quality, to me, Marvel shows like Agent Carter, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., everything that they did, there was build-up, there were character development, there was all kind of cool stuff. There was death, there was heartache, there was triumph. Like, I want to see this again with these characters. And so when I see something like Korra in Rebel Moon, I'm like, I don't mind this character. I really don't. I don't care what anybody thinks. She wasn't a Mary Sue, as we said. She cares about people. She's willing to leave if they don't see the truth about stuff. I like that. It's nice to see a build-up.
Right. Well, and that's just it. Like you said, she's is a strong character. We, Star
He's a good
Trek.
actor, T-Cap.
He is a very good one, and he's been in so many things. But the sad thing is we have seen our properties turn into trendy fiction. I mean, just look at how Star Wars is being treated by Disney. Let's take a look and see how Star Trek is being treated by Paramount. And then let's take a look at the absolutely shitstorm train wreck that BBC is having with Doctor Who. I mean, the show has even less ratings than it had before. Less ratings than when it was under the original run of Doctor Who.
Yep.
And they're doubling down on the failure.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see, some stats to see how the ratings have started going down ever since the 50th anniversary 10 years ago.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Me too. And why don't we also get some more fantasy stuff? Look, in the 90s we had like 4 or 5 different sci-fi shows even. I just and then we've had stuff like Sliders and stuff. We've even had stuff like Librarians, which is based on stuff. It's actually pretty good. We've had stuff like Relic
The Old Man. Let's not forget The Old Man. That was a good show.
Pretty good. It has some good dialogue. There's some funny stuff going on. There's these things. We've had stuff about lifeguards. We've had all this other stuff. However you feel about it, people went out and found some passion, and then they wrote stuff. And so we could use more of that in Hollywood again. I would love to see another fantasy show, even like something like Zelda. You've got a character. We're going to get a live action movie, but you have a character, and they just build this, and they just keep going. And you've got these villains, and you've got these connections. I would love to see more like fantasy stuff, like Lord of the Rings, other cool stuff, not just stuff that, oh, this is Lord of the Rings, but we're changing this. Like, let's try something else and then add to it and build on it. And it would be nice.
Well,
we don't see that.
Finding
and if you're
something
willing
else,
to fail, it's okay. But something else will probably come out of it. Yeah.
Getting back to, The Old Man, I kept telling you about that show. Saying, oh, this is good. This is good. You're going to like it.
Yep.
And you were iffy. You were iffy on
I
it, and
was.
I don't blame you.
Yes, I was. Yep.
But that
He's
was a
always iffy.
damn good show, and I can't wait to
It
see
was.
season 2.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as it goes, I'm really hoping that this kick open the doors. That's a part of that 5-year reset that we
Yes,
have
exactly.
in
I
Hollywood.
agree, Jason.
That
Yep.
we're going to get away from that trendy
Yes.
fiction. Basically, let's dumb it down to the lowest common denominator, like Gorlocks out there and
Right.
Triggly Puffs and people that
Yeah.
want to see guys banging bears in video games.
I
Yeah, I mean, let's hope that this will start bringing us back to what we had. Even our quote unquote simple science fiction had a lot to think about.
Yes.
And
Here's a story. A character had their parents died. Just keep building up. And by the way, stop telling people that there isn't a lot of source material to work with. That is a load of shit.
yeah, well,
It really is. Yes.
you make your source material again. You do things like go down to the library, take out a book about Greek and Roman mythology, take out a book about Norse mythology, take out a book on Babylonian, Mesopotamian mythology, and ancient Egyptian and American Indian folklore, and all stuff. And there you go. There's your source material to start working on, and then start with other things that came beforehand that was successful and why it was successful. And you're not trying to copy what they did.
Exactly.
Copy.
Build on it.
Yeah.
Just
You
build
want to
on
copy
it.
the magic.
Yes.
And that's the only thing that you should be copying. Get inspired and then copy the magic and go for it.
And to fill in Alex Moore, ever since we heard about that there's bestiality in Baldur's Gate 3, we've been mocking that and making fun of it left and right as much as we can.
It's not as bad as Spider Pander 2, but it's not the best.
I don't know. The moment you insert tab A into Bear B,
I know.
I think that gets even worse than that. I mean,
I don't know. I think it's a toss up, man. After all
well,
this
I
stuff
mean,
they
if you
added.
can keep it, we'll keep it in the same species, okay? Just keep it
True,
in the same species.
Tommy's at it again. You all right there, Tommy?
Good to see you, Tommy.
Hello, Tommy.
No, I mean, I think there's a lot to celebrate. Even again, if you don't like this film, you should celebrate the fact that someone's trying. Even if you don't like the guy,
exactly,
he's trying.
He's trying.
He's giving us a new avenue. He's opening doors up, and hopefully this will get again.
Yes,
like you had all these people that got excited when Star Trek. And all these people that got excited when Star Wars and they came out there and became and Spielberg and Lucas and all these people that got inspired to become filmmakers and storytellers. I want this to be the same thing.
Yep, and that's why I think it's smart of Amazon to say, here, we're going to give you a lot of control, Henry Cavill. We know you're a massive fan of something like Warhammer, and we want to see what you do with it. I want to see what he does with it. And if people think there aren't a lot of Warhammer fans around, they're fooling themselves.
Yeah, I know. You're getting these articles now. What's this Warhammer thing? What's this secret from England? It's like, oh, did you have your head up? How long have you had your head up your ass? You didn't know that.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, just Henry Cavill, that's the guy. I mean, I would have had him even leading The Witcher. You know, definitely be like, yeah, he'd be executive producer. He tried, yes.
He tried.
He was the best thing about it. But I'm sure if they gave him more control, they would have said, okay, this is how Dandelion his character's supposed to be. This is how these characters are supposed to be. You guys are changing too much. Even when you watch the original Witcher and you compare that to either the novels or the game, it's like they're still changing too much. They need to follow the format a little bit more. It would be nice. Right.
Yeah. And I do want to reiterate, I might have given Rebel Moon a little bit higher of a rating, except for one thing. We haven't seen part 2 yet.
Right.
And they are connected.
Yes.
And let's just hope that Zack Snyder, unlike Jar Jar Abrams, knows how to finish or close a story. because Lord knows
Well,
Jar Jar doesn't know how to.
I wish it was all of his fault. I mean, you can blame a lot of people from Disney.
Well,
not
no,
just
I'm
him.
talking
I
about
mean,
in general. Jar Jar does not know how to close a story. He's a good starter. He's a good starting pitcher. But when it comes around the closing, he can't do it.
We're talking about just trilogy in general?
In
Okay.
general. Yeah.
In general, and you're right for using that analogy. He's a good starting pitcher, but you need to have those middle relievers, and you need to have that closer that can shut the door at the end of the ball game.
Right.
Get that third out of the ball game, the 27th out, however you want to put it.
Right. And the
So you
funny
can
thing
win.
is, in the Star Wars, they did have a good closer until they sent him down to the minors, and that's Colin Trevino.
Right. Well, I
When
mean,
you read about what he was
wasn't
wanting to do,
right. Yeah, I mean, he did close movies. Some movies, Super 8, I would say it closed. Even if people want to say it's more of a ET
Well,
story, it still had a closing. I don't remember.
there are some. We gotta remember, there are some pitchers that can pitch the entire game and do good, but it's not very often. And and again, they're openers and not closers. Even an opener can close a game now and then.
Yeah, it definitely, man. It's just,
But overall, when you take a look at the stats, if you want to be baseball about, look at the stats. You're going to see. No, don't put this guy on the mound in the fifth, sixth, seventh inning.
well,
He ain't gonna
if
do it.
it's always going to be a problem with any director when they care more about their agenda. And before, it was like
Right.
the way he ended. Alias was fine. The Loss, I understand people have mixed feelings about. I get that. I didn't hate that ending, but I just there's things that. But once again, with Star Wars and Star Trek, if we're just focusing on that, once again, you watch Beyond. Do you remember what happened? I don't. I like the movie. I did.
It
but
was a
I
Wrath
don't
of Khan
remember what
ripoff.
happened. I don't remember what happened. I remember some of Into Darkness, whatever.
Well, you got to
Into the
remember,
Darkness.
he didn't close Lost. He had other people close Lost.
Right, Lost. He had
wasn't
already
involved.
left. He wasn't as involved afterwards. Right.
Right. It was like, I did my
After a
opener,
number
I'm
of
gone. He only did 2 Star Trek films. The last Star Trek film was closed out again by somebody else.
Right.
Jar Jar is not a closer.
Right. I would rather, if I'm going to be a director, and I'm doing the whole movie, I'm going to close the film the way it should be closed.
Well, that's
real quick, guys. I just want to say hello to it's Courtney's Fellowship of All Balls.
Courtney!
It's good to
Hey,
see you, Courtney.
Courtney.
She says,
no.
She says, "Hi, I haven't seen you in so long, Bear, and hi everyone. I'm listening as I get back on the road until I lose service. Much love, Courtney. It's so great to see you."
Yeah, Courtney, it is.
Love you too, Courtney. I missed you. It's been so long since I've seen you pop up. So it's like,
it's great to see you again.
I was actually thinking about her the other day, going, I wonder what Courtney's up to. Now I know. She's on the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again.
And it's one of those things. It's just like, you want to close these movies. When he's done just a movie, Cloverfield and stuff, fine. But when he's worked on Star Wars and Star Trek, once again, it's like, okay, these are action films, you do this, but Star Wars, the sequels and the 3 films that he did for Star Trek, did it really mean much to you? Oh, well, Abrams. Was it just 2? Oh, excuse me.
He only did 2 of those.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
He only
Beyond
did the
was
Force
somebody else.
Awakens and the
else. That's right. That's right.
For Star Wars, Abrams only did the Force Awakens and then the Rise of Skywalker, and for Star Trek, it was Star Trek 09, and then it was Into Darkness, which again is a Wrath of Khan ripoff. If you're gonna go watch a movie, watch Wrath of Khan, hands down.
Yeah, watch the original, the better one. Yeah, remember, Jar Jar just wanted to start the Star Wars trilogy and then run off and leave it to Ruin Johnson and then Colin Trevino. But Ryan Johnson did such a shit job.
Well, it's just it's weird. I know we go back to this stuff, but even like Star Trek, I don't, like I've talked about Wrath of Khan. I could watch that movie 1,000 times and still feel the same way. That is just a great film, and a great villain, and a solid story, a really good story. I would say but it's more about the villain and stuff. If the villain's not in there, this movie's not as good, obviously. But even Star Trek 3, I would say it's a good film. I know some people like it better, but I would say it's a good
Mhm.
movie. Star Trek 4, I say it's a very good movie. Star Trek
Mhm.
6, very good film. These are very enjoyable movies, but with the Abrams films, the 2 he did, and even Beyond that somebody else did. That's right, I had forgotten somebody else did Beyond.
Mhm.
It's not memorable. Not that it has to be, but it's not memorable compared
Well,
to the old Star Trek movies. And the same thing I can say about the sequels. You know,
well,
sitting there being so desperate to see something of Ray Origins, and then being like, oh, they finally did it. And then it's like, is this really what I'm excited about? It makes your head spin.
well, I disagree with you on the one part there,
Hmm.
Cash. Yeah, it
What's
has to be memorable.
okay? I
That's
mean,
why
it
these things.
helps. It helps. It
No,
helps.
no, it
I
has
agree.
to be. If it doesn't, if it's
Okay.
not memorable, how does it get ingrained into society or even to you? That
Yeah.
it
Exactly.
actually
No,
touches you.
I do agree with that point. Actually,
Right.
I do.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you every
Yeah.
Star Trek film that was done,
Hmm.
in the it was the original 6 is
Yeah.
memorable. Even Star Trek
Hmm.
5 for all the wrong reasons,
For
and
all
even
the wrong
Star Trek the
reasons.
motion
Right.
picture.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they're
Well,
still
all
think the motion
well,
picture is a good
not just
movie.
Star Trek. You guys know
Yeah.
how often do I go on about Transformers and do my
Yes.
Mhm,
impression of Optimus Prime and Megatron because it made that kind of impression on me as a 6 year
mhm,
old. Even
Yes.
today, it
Yes.
still resonates because
Yes.
I think back to it thinking,
Yes.
man, that was a good time to grow up.
right.
But, I'm just saying that it's one of these things also, Baron, the whole memorable situation that even the Batman, I liked it, but once again, I don't wanna go back and watch it again because of some
Right.
problems I have with it, but I still enjoyed it. Yeah.
See, and that's just it. You can go back
Mhm.
and watch. You can really go back and watch all 6 Star Trek films, and even 5, if you watch it.
Mhm.
Watch it with the fact that we're just going to have fun with this. We're just
Yeah,
going to have
yeah.
fun with this,
And,
right?
and there's one thing I've always said about five. Yes, it's not the best of Star Trek movies,
Mhm.
but there's one thing I took out of it. It's the brotherhood of
Yes.
Kirk, Spock, and McCoy.
I agree with that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right. And life is but a dream.
Mhm.
That's the other thing. Well, and again, what you're saying about the villain for Star Trek 5. Well, yeah, the thing is, though, is you needed the other aspect because Star Trek 5, not Star Trek 5, Star Trek the Wrath of Khan.
Oh, great movie.
Star Trek the Wrath of Khan tackled something that Star Trek really hadn't tackled up to that point, and that was the fact that our heroes are growing old. I mean, they were willing to tackle that face front.
Yes.
That we're not young people anymore.
Right.
The original name of Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan was the Undiscovered Country. Why? Well, in Shakespeare, the undiscovered country is death.
Mhm.
So,
Gotcha.
when you have Kirk getting to this middle age, midlife crisis, middle age, you're feeling yourself closer to death. You're Captain Dunsel, as to bring out the phrase from the original series, the Ultimate
Mhm.
Computer. That you're useless. You're not
Mhm.
worth anything anymore. What am I doing out here? You got these young kids running around now. Space is for the kids now, not for us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that was people say, well, that's the least Star Trek film of all. Well, why? Because death is part of the human adventure.
Yes, it is.
Every hero has their swan song.
Yep.
And really, the Star Trek 2 was going to be the swan song, except for the fact it just did too damn good in the
Mhm.
theaters. And they say, oh, we got to keep this going. But honestly, this was going to be the last. It would have been the perfect way to end Star Trek, the original Star Trek run, with
Mhm.
that, because Spock dead, and Kirk reflecting, finding his son, uh, and finding a new lease in life, and
Yes.
understanding there's more. So, I mean, again, these films resonate. What did you have with Jar Jar films that did that? Yeah, we're going to copy the Wrath of Khan with Star
Right.
Trek Into Darkness, except for one thing:
Yeah.
all the meaning is gone.
Right.
The
Mhm.
big meaning was Kirk was facing his mortality. Kirk was facing his the fact that he's got one foot in the grave, and now he's got this pain in the ass that's coming back, causing issues that he thought didn't even think about for 15 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, brilliant storytelling, bringing, not hiding the fact that our heroes are grayer, slower, uh, maybe having a little bit of more aches and pains.
Mhm.
Brilliant storytelling. Again, part of what I've been saying, a part of the legacy of a folklore mythology.
Right.
All part of that. And yeah, they played a little bit with the other Star Trek films after that, but
Yeah.
this, even more so than even Star Trek 6, was the one that
Yeah.
was kind of hitting, you might say, below the belt when it came around to introspecting of, no, what have I done with my life?
Mhm. Yeah, I
When
mean,
Star,
it is odd though too, Baron, because like it's weird. Like even if the Star Trek movies are on if they're on cable or whatever,
right.
I don't seem to want to turn to them. But man, if Star Trek 4 is on,
Mm-hmm.
I'm most likely going to turn to it. Just
Yeah.
because,
You
yeah,
know, in the undiscovered country, speaking about getting old and aging,
Mm-hmm.
Spock does pretty much say to Kirk, have we gotten, so
yes,
set in our ways
right,
Right.
that we're not willing to change.
Right.
yeah, yep,
And learning that people bought boats.
hmm
I
Mhm.
just bought the boat.
yep,
But yeah, and that's just it. I mean, they were tackling that little issue about bigotry.
hmm
That they were so mired in their war that they didn't see that the peace flag is raising and that war is over, and there's new
excuse me,
struggles, there are new
yeah,
adventures ahead. That's not part of this.
yep,
And I mean, this is powerful storytelling. Jar
mhm.
Jar can't do that. Disney can't do that. They could at one time. I'm talking about Disney,
Well,
but they
the
can't.
whole thing is like Jar Jar. Now I call him Jar Jar Abrams. I
Yeah,
didn't
call them Jar
used
Jar.
to, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's just so stuck in this garbage agenda where before it didn't seem that way, but now he is, and it's like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
this is a problem. This right
Well,
here is the problem. Yeah,
I think he always was, but again, he was a starter. Other people finished it, so he didn't have a chance to poison the well as much.
poison the well. Yeah,
No, he
So,
just left it up to Ruin Johnson for
yeah.
the Last Jedi to put all the poison into the well, and there goes the drinking
Well,
well,
water.
the question I always would ask people, just like the sequel and the Star Trek films, it's like if you like them and if you don't like them, what do they exactly mean to you? That's what I
right.
would always ask the question to many of these people with Disney who seem to like the direction that Disney's going, um, which is losing money. But like that's just factual. It's losing money, but I would
Mm-hmm.
love to know what is it about this direction that they like. And if they're just saying check boxes, I'm like, that's all you guys want? Like that's not what about
Right.
storytelling? What about cool effects? What about character development,
Mm-hmm.
connections more? What about interesting background? That all goes with the story. You guys don't want that? It's just if it checks a box for you, is that all? If that's
Right.
all, I think you guys are missing a lot of the point to,
Uh,
why these stories have been so
Well,
great for so many years.
this is gonna. This is.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest box office because I think that's a
Mm,
telling sign too
Okay.
mm.
of how people are feeling about current Hollywood, current entertainment in general.
Oh, but I want to surprise you. I do believe in check boxes when you're doing this, but
Okay.
the check box should be: is it well written? Is it well acted? Is it a good
Okay.
story?
Okay. I can accept that.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
those should be the only check boxes out there.
Mhm.
Now we all know what a juggernaut the first Aquaman movie was when it came out 5 years ago.
Ah, what a mess.
But
I'm sorry.
you see it here over this past holiday weekend, 27.7 million. Ooh,
Another
ow.
bomb. Is this going to be worse than The
Ooh.
Flash? Probably not, but
Worse than the Marvels.
Savior of the universe.
rough.
No, wrong Flash. Sorry.
And then we have Wonka at 18.1 million.
I think Wonka's doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the worldwide grosses. So the worldwide gross for
Yeah. Was it a
Aquaman.
300 million budget, something like that? Something like
I
that.
I I don't know the figures, but
That
that wouldn't surprise me.
Mhm.
that's not looking good.
Nope.
That's not looking good.
Nope. Yes, it's
How
doing great international, but
even international, that's not doing that good, if you ask
No, it's
me.
not.
So
No.
I got one question. So Warner Brothers,
Okay, so
how does
Wonka's
that
made
feel?
good money then. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So how does
gotcha.
that feel? How does it feel getting kicked in the nuts again? Low
Yeah,
blow, Shambo, huh?
seriously. Yeah, well, also this is like Zack Snyder's swan song, as one person pointed out, and it was disappointing to him. It's like because there's no more connections with the Snyderverse, and there was actually a
Right,
direction there. Whatever people want to believe, there was still a direction there.
right.
Yeah.
Migration, which is a new animated kids film.
I don't even know about it. Ducks, huh?
Not sure about its budget, but for a kids film, that's not a bad haul.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't think so.
Wonka's budget was 125 million, so
he's still on Wonka. My God, he's still on Wonka.
well, because you guys were looking at Wonka, and it's at
We're looking at
272.
ducks. Now we're looking at Wonka.
Yes.
Yeah, I just went back to it, and of course,
I don't know anything about this movie Ducks. I don't
know.
anything.
anyone but you. I'm not even sure about
I
this
don't
movie.
know that. I don't know that
I
movie.
don't know, but that didn't do well.
Nope. And Solar. That's another movie I didn't even hear about.
No, I don't know about that film either. Solar. Yeah, I don't know.
Criminal gangs and stuff. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Boy, they did a good job promoting these things, didn't they? We didn't even hear about them.
Yeah.
We usually have one of us usually has an ear on this.
Yeah.
Usually it's not me.
So Wonka is a success. Excuse me. It's I would say the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes has been a success. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not as big as some of the other Hunger Game movies. I don't think it's nearly going to make money like Catching Fire, but
no.
This has done well too
for
an animated film.
Yeah, well,
anime film.
not just,
anime film.
Anime film. I was going to say not just the animated film, but an anime. I mean.
And then, of course, I got to scoot back up a little bit. Godzilla -1. I mean, I think that's pretty good domestically.
Yeah. And for its budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch that at some point.
Is there something about boats, men in boats, or whatever?
Oh yeah, it was I don't know. It's a real life story about the rowing crew.
Yeah, the rowing crew in the 24 Olympics.
Yes.
The long suffering read the book, and she goes, "I want to see this movie." I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
so I didn't know. She said it just came out, so I didn't know if it was on the list. I didn't.
I don't know. Yeah, it's an inspirational movie. We haven't had one of these because it's obviously a sport, so one of these inspirational sports movies in a long time, but. Yeah, it could be interesting. Just rowing, but there's more to it, obviously, than just.
Oh yeah, I mean, we need a new Chariots of Fires. Let's just put it that way.
Yep.
Yes, kids. There's a movie called Chariots of Fire about people running in the Olympics.
Well, if Disney would,
you might find
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say you might find in the VHS section of your parents' library.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Disney, there's still got to be some. If Disney would get their heads out of their ass on this and find some more inspirational stories, they had Miracle. Miracle was really good. There was Fury. Oh gosh, I can't remember what that one about the basketball team was really
Hoosiers?
good. There was Remember the Titans. No, Hoosiers wasn't under Disney, as far as I know.
Oh, okay. I don't
think so. Glory Road. That's it. Glory Road, about the basketball, the college basketball, and the integration of black players and white players. It was a very interesting, inspirational movie, and Disney just, after a while, they just stopped doing these films. Remember the Titans, Miracle, Glory Road. It would be nice if they do find more of these stories again. But if somebody else,
even The Rookie was a good inspirational story. It was based on a true story. And
that's true.
Well, I mean, the thing is why do inspirational films when you can just do the checkbox films?
Yep.
I mean, I don't mean be mean, but I mean, it's like how we need to have representation instead of having a feel good film. And honestly, if you have a good film out there, even this one called Rebel Moon, there's a bit of a feel good in there because again, you can identify
Yep.
with characters. It's not, oh my God, that's just like me or that represents me. No, you identify. There's a difference between identifying what the character is and going through by not necessarily putting yourself and saying that's me. Oh, that's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I found movies even, from other countries like Parasite, which I guess is also people were saying a ripoff of the anime or whatever. I really like Parasite a lot. And then there was things like Slumdog Millionaire, which I can always go back and watch. I think it's a very good story.
Didn't somebody lose their balls in that?
I can't.
I heard there was, and that's a hard no for me. I can't watch. James might be able to. He can identify with that, but I can't. See, I'm just doing that because he prematurely attacked me. Prematurely attacked me.
I know he did.
I'm hurt.
I know.
Let it go, Barrett. Let it go. 2023 is almost to an end. Let it go.
No, this is my last one. This is my last one. Okay, I'll be nicer to the Norwegians next year.
No, I don't think anyone gets
somehow.
their balls.
I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening.
Slumdog Millionaire obviously does get violent, but I don't think somebody had their balls taken off, Baron, if I remember correctly.
I just heard something about that. And it's like, I don't know if I want to see that.
No, I don't really think
they ate enough in the cold as it is. I don't need more. I don't need to feel twinges while I'm watching a movie.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jace. I didn't know that. Well, it just happened, but okay.
Oh, really? I suppose this year's got to take a couple more before it's over with. Bastards.
Yeah. We've lost so many great entertainers this year.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is so many of these great entertainers, well, they're old, a lot of them, and they're not being replaced. And that's why each one of these things hurts even more. It's like, okay, who we're going to replace you with?
Yeah.
We don't have anybody of your caliber at this time. Please, somebody take over these reins. Be able to stand up.
Yes. Yeah.
48.
Jeez, man.
Oh, self-checkout? I hope it wasn't.
Oh, no.
I hope it wasn't. That's not a way to go.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do a Walmart joke, but I'm not. I'm not that tasteless.
Yeah.
At least not on here.
On something like that, I'm not joking.
No, I mean, that's a good code word to use. I have to admit that. But it's like I don't want to hear that.
I'm not joking because I've known people who have done that.
Ah, me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you can't see the actual word because of the stupidity of this platform, not realizing that when we do talk about it, we're not talking about doing it to ourselves or are encouraging it. On the contrary,
we're talking about it in the aspect that we've been affected by it because we've lost people we've cared about because of it.
And we shouldn't have to refer to coded words like self-checkout because of it. Because no, it needs to be looked at straight in its ugly face. I hate to say it because of the impact it does.
Yep.
So that's all I got to say about that. Oh, besides, fuck you, YouTube.
Yeah, fuck you, YouTube, bitch.
Suck Chase's sweaty Lolton ball. That's what I got to say.
Well, speaking of YouTube, I was gonna let everybody know what my plans are for not just the YouTube channel in 2024, but also the Rumble channel, the Twitch channel, and the Kick channel.
Ah, the hell you say? Okay.
And the main goal I have is for all 4 channels to grow.
Really?
The hell you say?
What?
What do you mean? On the YouTube channel, you're still going to see Pop Talk. You're still going to see gaming streams. The box score, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Yes, I do have a video related to the box score on my other YouTube channel that I don't really promote.
What?
What's making me have the up in the air kind of approach as far as whether the box score continues is how much is the plan for MLB.TV going to be for
Right.
next, because it was already too high in my opinion to even cover a
Yeah.
lot of the games this year, which is why we had what you had for the box score this year on the channel.
Well, think about it this way, Mike. I'm sure that they've been losing money, especially after they raised the prices up. So you got to think like a businessman. Well, gee, we're losing money. I know. Let's raise the prices even more. That'll bring them in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I anticipate them doing, Baron, is raising the price even more. So the box score again is up in the air. But Pop Talk isn't going anywhere. Pop Talk will still be on during the week on Wednesdays. And the plan is still to keep it on at 6 o'clock for right now. Now, if things change during the year where I have to change the day or time, I'll let you all know. But we're still going to do the 2 hours of Pop Talk on YouTube and Rumble, and then do the third hour on Rumble exclusively. And speaking of Rumble, the channel has grown very fast since we started doing live streams over on that channel, since it was created in August.
Nice.
My
You hear that,
personal
YouTube?
channel was created in September. That channel wasn't created till August, and since it was created, it's already at 68 followers. The
Good.
YouTube channel by itself this year has been the best year for growth at 195 new subscribers.
That Tomb Raider stream, man. That Tomb Raider stream. Everybody play Tomb Raider. Everybody.
Boobies.
Yeah, you'll get the people from the Philippines. They're there for you, man.
Oh, you know well, let's take a look at my Transformers streams with Fall of Cybertron, completing that in 2 gameplays.
Cybertron.
Then, of course,
did you
War for
play that?
Cybertron.
I didn't check. Did you play that on the hardest difficulty or second hardest?
I played it on normal because it'd been so long since I played the game in general.
I gotcha.
Which is technically easy.
No, it is not.
No, Baron. No.
How dare you, Baron? How dare you mention the word easy on here?
Oh, you know.
How dare you?
But that's another thing. I'm still gonna do Pop Talk on both the Rumble and YouTube channels. Occasionally, there might be a special episode of Pop Talk over on Twitch or Kick, but primarily on the YouTube channels. But I'm still going to do the gaming channels, and whether I stream new games or old games, well, tune in to find out, because there are still some classic games out there that some people have never played or can't play anymore because of licensing agreements. And for anybody that has a hard copy of a game and they want to showcase what the game's about, maybe by doing that, we could spread the word to these publishers and, companies like Hasbro, for instance, when it comes to the War and Fall for Cybertron series, and say, get these games back out there to the masses. People love these games still.
Yeah, get these games back, and then people don't have to charge stupid prices for them on eBay and stuff. This is ridiculous. And don't pay those prices either, because they're just a ripoff. Find a used copy, go with that, you'll be fine. But yes, I would like these. I'm thinking about it. It's just it's worth it for these games to come back. And really, Hasbro and Activision are leaving money on the table, because what if we had more Generation 1 games? Maybe we had more something like Devastation, but we have something more like Cybertron, about where it's third person again and stuff. Like they could do this stuff, but they're leaving money on the table again. I think people would be clamoring for more Generation 1 Transformer games. I think those could be a hit. I think Devastation did well, if I remember. I think people definitely bought it.
I did.
Yeah.
I told you what I did. originally bought a digital copy of the game, and then when the game was discontinued as far as being sold in stores and online, my local Walmart had for $15 the physical copy, and I scooped it up.
Yep. I
I
mean,
said, I'm not letting a physical copy go at $15. No, I'm going to make sure I have it.
yep.
He was in the corner there going, my precious.
My precious.
Soon it will be mine again.
I really just think it's very simple. A lot of these developers could say, "What would you guys like to come back?" And then start there. Bring some of these franchises back. And since they're bringing back Splinter Cell, I think it would just be a better job for Ubisoft to say, you know what, let's just continue with Blacklist. Let's keep going that instead of rebooting the whole thing. Who knows what they're going to do with it? They said it's going to be now for modern audiences, and that just worries me. Like those games were great stealth games, not just stealth games, but great stories, cool interactions with characters. Yeah,
That's why Mike never played them. Okay.
Stealth?
Mike could get
No,
through.
come on. Stealth
could
is
get through.
optional. Stealth is optional. But speaking of
yeah.
stealth is optional, I want the memberships to keep growing. I want to give folks an incentive to sign up for a membership. That's why during the last member stream, I was mentioning some ideas I had. There's still ideas. I haven't put them into stone yet. Ideas that, a member stream of Pop Talk where members get to join and talk about different topics. Or even have a perk where you can be with us not just for the second hour of Pop Talk for the second hour open panels, but be with us the entire time.
Are replacing Cash with Janet from their planet?
No, we're replacing. No, we're just.
Wait, I thought you guys were going to replace me.
Oh yeah, are we?
I thought that's your end goal right there to replace me.
Cash and I are going to go and start our own YouTube channel with hookers and blackjack. Well, forget the blackjack.
Oh, okay. The hookers. We're gonna have an escort service starting up. The YouTube escort service. Oh my god.
Okay, Bender Rodriguez Orbit Tag.
That's right, man. Got it. We have our plans, man. We got the plans.
Yeah. See, I know Mike was wanting to diversify, so he's going to replace us with Janet from their planet and it's Courtney.
Okay.
So they're those two are
and Netters Network too.
Oh, Netters, yeah. He's taking.
I'd have to talk with Troy about that.
No, she's taking over. I heard she's taking over Phil McCracken's job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't say his name too many times, Yeah, see, Tommy's all ready for it, dude. Where do I sign up?
Well, you know what, Tommy? Give me a second. I'll get the link.
You can be Cash for a day.
That's great. Woohoo!
Yeah, really. Now we also want.
But no, and by the way, like and Mike's nice enough to have his co-hosts on and for even the membership streams. But guys, just remember this. It's about you, as in we're fine just muting ourselves or even taking ourselves off the panel if there's a lot of people. This is about you.
Excuse me, Mr. PBS Money. I'm a member too.
Are you? I didn't remember.
Yeah,
yes, I know you are.
If anyone is interested in becoming a member, right now there's only one level because again, the other idea isn't set in stone yet. But we have one level right now, and it's called Stealth is Optional. And for $4.99 a month, we have a member stream where you guys guide the whole show, the whole topic. It's not like Pop Talk. I usually will sit back and listen. I won't say too much unless I'm asking a direct question. But it's your guys' show. It's like Jace. Jace, I'm putting you on the spot, brother.
Good.
Good.
I'm putting you on the spot. The last member stream, Jace was feeling bad about doing all the talking, but that's what I want you to do, Jace.
I thought
You're a
you-
member. I want
That's
you
the-
to be able to
That's the
talk
whole
about what you
point.
want to talk about. I've
know,
been on
and-
member streams
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
members will get caught up excuse me, caught up in the conversation. And that's the whole point. They're enjoying the conversation because then other people chime in.
You know, during a member stream, you could actually hear Mike eating Cheetos while he's sitting in his beanbag chair in his underwear, watching the stream.
I
mean-
wouldn't be able to get. I wouldn't be able to get out of the beanbag chair now, Baron.
Yeah.
Be like,
he
"Ah,
was
what
he was wondering
the
like
heck was I
the
thinking?"
Jake. He was wondering Jake and the Fat Man. He's like, what's in that Danish?
Danish, huh? He's like one of DJ Ronnie G's turtles. Once he gets in there, he's kind of like, "Hello, help! A little help, please! Hey, a little help!
Help!
DJ, how do you get? How do I get out of this? Tell me." Of course, one of the important things too, I just want to let you know the reason why there is less box score. The truth is Mike's doctor told him you got to cut back because your blood pressure just goes right through the ceiling when you're doing this. So please, can you cut back these episodes?
Can you cut back on watching the Cubs? Don't worry, the Cubs are cutting back themselves. They haven't signed anybody this offseason. Unlike your $1 billion Dodgers, Cash.
I know.
Yeah,
They're not
Dodgers,
done either. They're not
Dodgers
done,
and Nuns. Dodgers and Nuns. Is that
yeah, that was horrible, man. I can't defend that stuff nonsense, Baron.
He tries though. He does try, but he can't.
Fucking stupid.
But
I can't defend it. It's awful.
My goal for this channel and the Rumble channel is to get both of them up to 1,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah.
I think it can happen.
Yep. I also want to see Baron doing more streams in the new year. We're definitely going to be adding some more games to the multiplayer streams and stuff on Phantom Hooligans. We're going to
I need to talk to my agent. I only agreed to just a few of them. It's
not too
not
many,
in my contract to go to too many more.
He didn't sign it in blood, but no, we're gonna, the Old Man season 2 will be back, and I'm sure Mike and I will be talking about that. So, other things.
Looking forward to it.
And Cash, I got Fran Drescher. She's gonna be calling you about my
good.
So
Fran Dresser.
I mean, she did such a good job. She did such a good job with Strike. I figured,
I'm going to tell you, if you guys ever sat down and watched any of the Nanny, I think some of the other stars are more important in that show than the Nanny herself. That's just my feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought back then, but that's that point. He was just the annoying voice. That's all.
And, as far as special guests on Pop Talk, I definitely want to continue that because I've had a lot of fun doing those.
Yeah.
And open panels once a month will still continue. On the channel.
Nice.
Once a month.
Once a month, though, because
once
a month. And yes, I know this grinds some people's gears, so I'm going to go ahead and play the clip because I know it does. I know it does, but there are reasons why I had to implement it.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Look, we didn't. I'm going to tell you. I hope Mike doesn't mind me saying.
Go ahead.
This, but the reason that there had to be so many more rules, is that some people just couldn't behave themselves on the panel, and it's just unfortunate. So that's why.
It is.
Mike I can tell you this, Mike, I'm sure of this, never wanted to put these rules into place. But
I didn't want to put the rules into place. How many times did I talk to you guys? And this is some behind the scenes stuff, guys. How many times did I talk to you guys? What can I do? I need to do something. I can't let this continue with some people getting out of control and out of hand. Because when they look at PACIFIC414, they see that I allow some of the stuff that has happened in the past. It's going to say something about me. It's going to reflect bad on me.
Yeah.
So I said I've got to do something. because I wasn't going to let it continue. And that's why the rules for the Sunday open panels came about. Because there were some bad apples.
Yes.
So I had to
Yes,
put my
there
foot
was.
down.
Mm-hmm.
But the rules will still apply. But the main goal of this channel has always been to have fun. I can be serious outside of YouTube, outside of the real world. When I need to take care of business, that's where I'm serious. But as far as any of the channels are concerned, I'm going to have fun. So if you come by, you hear me doing my impression of Megatron, leader of all Decepticons.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
And I will continue to do it. Silence, Baron Scream. Always trying to usurp my leadership. Where Megatron leads, you will follow.
Microtron? I like that.
Microtron.
But see, stuff like that. But also when we need to get serious on Pop Talk, and we have gotten serious on Pop Talk, when we've had articles that warn us to say, okay, enough with the jokes and everything. This is serious shit here. It's like the Jonathan Majors thing. We got very serious about that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
and more
you're not
importantly, we didn't prejudge. We didn't prejudge either.
And when Baron was upset about D&D this year, and I was upset about some other stuff, it's not an act. We're legitimately annoyed.
Baron even apologized to me after the show, and I said, Baron, you care about D&D. You know more about D&D than I do. And when you see something happening to a property that you care about, something that you grew up with, something that you took time to learn how to play the right way, and you see what's being done to it now, you need to get up there on the podium, so to speak, excuse me, and let everybody know how you feel about it. Why what's happening to D&D is wrong.
Then you find
that is passion. That is passion. And that's what you're gonna find here on this channel. It's passion. Go back and watch episodes of the box score. And it doesn't matter if it's an episode where the Cubs won or the Cubs lost. You're gonna see some passion. There's one in particular. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not removing it because that's exactly how I felt. It's after the Cubs played the Dodgers. And the Cubs only won one game in that series. And I was pissed because I saw very little effort from the team. And as a fan, don't you want to see effort put forth, whether it's watching excuse me, watching a baseball game or watching a YouTube channel? Don't you want to see somebody at least trying to improve? I do. I put it on my shoulders. I think I could have done this better. I could have done that better. I'm hard on myself when it comes to that stuff because I want to improve, and the only way I can improve is by growing.
Yep. And that's
learning
and I'll tell
from
you
mistakes.
Yep. And I'll tell you guys also, like when you're on your channel, you have a channel, whatever, you want teamwork, then just get people together and have fun. But remember, always work towards the goal. Like you can have fun, but you should get a little serious too, because you got to accomplish what's in the game. And if you're working together, you work together. It seems silly to say, but just do it. You can have fun, but get through the goal because you're going to have even more fun. Oh, hey, like when Mike and we got through Broforce, we beat the devil. It took us a while on the hardest difficulty. It was a cool accomplishment. When we beat Streets of Rage 5, was it 4? No, it's 4.
4.
5 hasn't come out yet. I'm sure 5 will come out at some point, but it was a cool accomplishment. So yeah, you can have fun, but if you're just messing around too much and you're not getting through the game, that sucks too. So you gotta have a pretty good balance, I think.
That was a wonderful Sesame Street moment you had there, Cash.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you know what? I want to hear your guys' goals for your channel.
You want to go first, Baron?
You go first. I'm gonna try to make them up on that. I'm gonna try to
He's
mix it up
he's
on
writing them on his head. He's
I'm
he's
doing it
got
right
on his
now.
arm. He's writing them on his
Yeah,
arm.
yeah. I wish I had paper.
It's like having the answers for a test. Okay,
Yeah.
teacher's not looking. Okay, let me check under my hand.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Okay,
what,
there we
what
go.
was that? It's all smeared now.
Yeah.
Yep.
What am I gonna do about that now? Okay. I don't pass out. Thump.
Yep.
I'll do the cash money tactic. Pass out on the air.
I try. No, that's prismatics, dude. No way.
Oh yeah, Priz does that too. Yeah.
Too.
So, Cash, what are your goals for the Phantom Hooligans?
Well, my goals are I got to bring back panel shows again. I do miss those. It's just there's certain topics because we've covered a lot of stuff on Pop Talk. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to find some. I want to find some different topics to talk about. So when the old man show comes back, some other stuff, I might even talk about things like animal control, which was actually a pretty funny show, and it pissed off PETA. So right there to me is a win. So the panel shows, I feel I have a lot of games, especially I started loading up some more games onto my backlog that I have to play, either if it's on PlayStation or even now Xbox Series X or Steam or other stuff. So I want to finish a lot of these games, Mike.
405 games on your Steam cache.
Is it?
I saw that the other day.
I didn't
400 and so.
check.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, I've actually
going...
finished about 50 or so of those, though. At least I got a lot more to go. But
yeah,
no,
work,
like
man.
I wanna finish that. You know, I'm almost done with Ratchet and Clank. I've been having fun with that. My goals are still I want to bring people into VC, even sometimes Phil McCracken, but he can get nuts sometimes, obviously. But I want to do the gaming streams. I want to do more on Rumble. I also want to do more video streams, and I just want the channel to continue to grow, Mike. I think it's made some good progress this year now that I've been getting more consistent about it, but I'd like to see it get some more.
And one of the keys to being more consistent and seeing the channel grow more is to have fun.
Yep. And so I want to get to the point where I was. Yeah, go ahead.
And not pretend that you're having fun, but actually show it. Whether you're on camera or people are hearing your voice, they've got to be able to know that, oh wait, this person is having fun.
Yep. I feel with the Ratchet and Clank streams, our gaming streams, we're just having fun. I just feel I just want to create some new things to talk about and other stuff, because the thing is, as I've told people before, you don't have to just talk about the game. You can talk about what's going on in life. You can talk about other stuff. Talk about something you found that was interesting. Talk about some research that you find, games you're excited about. Like there's no, you don't need to limit yourself very much. And with Rumble, we have more freedom. And so I'm going to in the new year, maybe even before that, I'm going to do some just no commentary of Nintendo streams and test out things, because Nintendo got all upset. Of course, it seems more on YouTube. I want to test that out still, Mike, and I haven't done that yet. And I want to see what happens. Do a 1 or 2 hour with no commentary of a Nintendo game and see what happens.
You want to wait and see what happens, huh? You want to do a test, huh? So when Nintendo pulls your stream,
that's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Well, I mean, do you think they'll pull it on Rumble though? That's the question.
That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe because
I will test that.
You're gonna be playing it, and you're not gonna be doing commentary. They might, but if you're doing commentary,
right,
especially with their new streaming rules, they may not even touch it at all because you're commenting on the game or commenting on other things while you're playing the game.
Yep. Did
I don't
you
know.
also know they took out the thing where you can't sync to YouTube anymore? At least I didn't find it. I looked in the options, and I think they took it out. Is it still there? I didn't
I can
see
check.
it.
I'm on my Rumble side too, so I can see the chat. So let me check real quick.
Hey, Rumblers. This has been a test of the cash money emergency system. If this
That's
had
right.
been an actual emergency,
Te-
well, it would have been shadow banned. So you wouldn't have heard anything and
That's
the
right.
world, you know.
Yeah.
You would hear beep.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about the YouTube sync in there anymore. I think they took it out, which I can't blame them, I guess.
Oh, bastards.
Mm-hmm. Unless I'm just not seeing it.
But, yeah.
But
I'm looking.
Well, you know, while you're doing that,
If you want to
let's make
play
it
the
official.
technical difficulties,
Little Spanish.
yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it.
They took it out. I guess it was just too much of a hassle. I can't blame them.
Bastards.
It didn't work out for a lot of people anyways, though. And I think YouTube was probably trying to stop people. They don't want those videos probably going to Rumble. Oh, well, that's fine.
Did we hurt your feelings, YouTube?
Probably.
And quit being bastards.
That's right. Bastages.
Any other goals for 2024 for your respective streaming platforms?
I don't know. What about you? Go, Baron.
Well, I'm hoping to get back doing some of my shorts. Still trying to figure out about doing my live show, how I'm going to bring it back and actually win. But definitely, I think next year. Be 100% honest. One of the things that kind of I broke away from that a little bit because, well, a lot of stuff was happening, and just like Mike was saying, it wasn't fun. I was having more fun being with everybody here and being on the other shows that were kind enough and insane enough to invite me on. But it's like, well, you know, it's time to put the big boy panties back on there and right out there. So, yeah, I figure, well, you know, new year. Well, same old me, but what the hell? Let's rock and roll again. And so definitely want to try to start putting some more shorts out for an actual live program. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure where and when. I guess I'd like to do something like I was doing with After Dark, but you know, retool just a little bit, keep it virtually the same. Obviously, probably put a different name to it to fit more of the fandom legacy rebranding that I did. So now that I got the rebranding, I might as well do something to keep that branding alive.
Why not Legacy After Dark?
There we go. There we go. I mean, ever since you know, Paul sent his thugs out after me, demanding to get his Phantomology back, and so I mean, I enjoy my fingers and toes. I didn't want them broken. So, but in all reality, try to do that. Like I said, it's been having so much fun being here, being on the other channels. Hopefully 24 will be back with his this new year here.
I did wish him a Merry Christmas.
I did too, and he said, thank you, brother. Now go out there and blow that shit up. You know, in his fashion. So hopefully that a new year for him will get what he was calling the next season of Primetime Kings. And of course, you know, 2 here, of course, Cash with his gaming. And if he ever get going there with his Phantom Hooligan panel stuff, maybe he might think about putting me on there. I don't know. I've been too much trouble with him, but at least I'm having fun. And I hope to be on Jace's over at 540 Studio. I hope to be over there, but we'll call, you know, we're going to change the name.
That's right. I said, I ain't giving you no 350, you goddamn Loch Ness monster. Get your own goddamn money.
I gave him a...
So I'm going to insist that we call it 350 Studio. 350. And But go over there and give him hernia ulcers and potential heart attacks and headaches out there. So I mean, again, they have fun. I've been having fun with everybody else, and now I think it's about time. It seems like, knock on wood, things are getting a little bit more saner in my personal life that I
awesome,
can
man.
start focusing on it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think so.
Well,
I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy.
another thing too, when it comes to inviting guests to be a part of Pop Talk, so we can talk to them about their channels and pop culture. I'm I'm not just willing to do it on a Wednesday or on a Sunday. I'm willing to change the day to accommodate the guest, or even do it pre-recorded.
Or even a special episode of.
Mm-hmm.
Eh?
Yeah.
No.
And if somebody's listening out there and they would like to have one of us as a guest, reach out to us.
Hey, Fetty, Fet for hire. You hear us? We can pre-record something. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. We're.
I mean, having it live is more fun because you do have the interaction with the panel and all that. But hey, I mean, sometimes you can't do it. No animosity or anything about that. Might as well have something more than nothing, right? It's still gonna be
That's how
fun,
I
folks.
look at it. That's how I look at it. I've thought to myself, you have to be flexible when it comes to asking people on Pop Talk. Some people may not be able to do it at 6 p.m. Eastern time on a Wednesday because that's the middle of the week. Some people who go to church may not want to do, a 1 p.m. show on a Sunday. You could still have it titled as, a Sunday edition of Pop Talk, but it might be pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Or it might be a pre-recorded edition of Pop Talk on a Wednesday that we can show on the YouTube channel. And then after that show is over, maybe we'll be live on Rumble. Maybe we'll be live somewhere else.
Yep.
And those of us who are on work release from the jail, I mean, same thing. You can't do it on the day, so you got to do it on the day that you're on your work release, and get things done. Like every Wednesday here on the PACIFIC414 that I am.
Yep. And
up there. Well, another thing I do want to say, and I mean this, guys. I want to thank you, Baron, and you, Cash, for joining me on this journey here on Pop Talk. I strongly believe that the three of us have a great dynamic. We work well together, and we have great conversations both on and off stream. And I consider you guys my friends.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Same here. And I just want to also
you
point
guys
out that,
brothers.
Oh, you're my brother too, man. No shitting, no joking there. But I was just going to say, I noticed that you had incredible growth in viewership since I joined along there. So unlike a certain Kraken out there, I am the king and legend.
I love it. That's great. Yep. It's fantastic. You go, suck it, Philly boy. Yep. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Philly boy, we can expect, especially if he's in the VC, he's going to try to derail the gaming streams. He's going to try to derail other stuff. We're not going to let you win, Phil. You're not going to win, ever. Remember, you said we couldn't beat Satan in Broforce on the hardest difficulty. Really? Remember that?
Not only did they beat up, but they pissed on his grave.
That's right. And then he came back to life.
Well, that's what you get for being on his grave. You have the urine of life. It's the urine of life. Woo. Sorry.
Speaking of beating games, once I beat War for Cybertron on stream, I'm gonna finish with Cuphead. I intend to beat that game. I intend to beat Crisis Core.
Crisis Core. I'm going to beat Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and then I want to play Dishonored on stream. I've never finished that game, So there's definitely another one I'm going to finish. Then I'm just going to keep going from there. I've got a ton of stuff to play, just like Mike. And then we're going to play more game. We're going to find games to play together too. So that's always fun.
Lethal Company.
Yeah, I
Only
think
$10 on
I
Steam.
think I might have to get that finally. Dang it.
Cassie's got enough games on Steam.
I know. Oh, and then we got to play Ghostbusters at some point because that's I've seen that before. That's fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go get that so I can join you guys.
But see that's the main goal, is to make sure that we as a group on Pop Talk have fun. That when I'm doing a solo stream and I'm still having fun, that PACIFIC414, regardless of whether it's YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, or Kick, is seeing that I'm having fun. Even if I'm playing a game and I'm getting downright serious, it's like, okay, I got to do this. Okay, this enemy's over here, that enemy's over there, so I got to strike at that enemy first and that enemy next. Still have fun. Even when I die so many times in a game,
it
still
doesn't
having
matter
fun.
though, because you're having fun, but you're still finding a way to get past it, and that's what's important. What people have to understand, which I've noticed a lot of people still don't understand. One, if you're doing a live stream and you are saying there's going to be commentary, make sure there's commentary. Okay, don't sit there and just play the game with no commentary. That's crazy. Unless you say there's no commentary, then talk in the chat.
What if we do commentary, but we sound more like Ben Stein? Oh no, I just died.
I died. Yeah, I mean,
Cash. Has anyone seen Cash? Cash. Bueller.
Cash. This guy, dude. Just
Phil, I know this is a dream of yours,
man.
But I don't think that's gonna happen.
Nope.
No, it's not going to be the end.
But
it is not going to be the end of the chin. Not at all. It's the year of the chin.
I love my chin, dude. My Ben Affleck chin. It's great. But yeah. So once again, like, it's all about being as entertaining as possible. So if you want to get out there, you want to be different than other people.
Not just entertaining, but also being genuine, being real.
Yeah, and genuine. Yes, I was going to get to that too. Yes,
I can only do one or the other. One or the other. You can't expect me to do both.
Yeah.
Okay. Parents the exception.
Yeah. So but this guy, Phil McCracken, he's gonna try to be a thorn in our side, and we're not gonna let him. So
when was the last time he did a stream?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he said he's gonna do one next year. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Is it going to be on Kiss again?
I think I've done some streams recently there, Philly boy. But sure, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say.
Yeah, we should just change it to Phil McCracken's Kiss streams.
That's right. Exactly. So yeah, we hope Phil McCracken will do a stream next year, and it'll be before 5 years later. But hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we got jokes too, Philly boy. But no, you just there's a lot of stuff that goes into streaming. The one main goal that I'm hoping to accomplish is I got to about 525 on Twitch, and when I stopped, I was at about 525. And at that time, I was also starting to get subscriptions, so people were starting to do the $4.95 or whatever it was, or it's basically $5, the same thing that you have with memberships. So I would like to get back to that, and see where I can go from that. But once again, I will always say this: whenever you stream, on anyone's stream, whatever, don't think about money. Just have fun, be genuine, and just go from there. And care about your chat. Always care about your chat. And if you can't see a message for a little while, then just be like, "Hey guys, I'm working on something real fast. I'll check the chat in a second." So
yeah, if you're playing a lot of the game and you're focused on a boss battle, for instance, just let them know. Hey guys, I see what you're saying in the chat. I will acknowledge it as soon as I get this boss battle done.
Yep. And I can tell you also, guys, too, yes, Phil sometimes does have a point. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. I know, right? Well, maybe not. Okay, but it can be hard to also be consistent because you got other stuff going on in your life. But, you have to work on getting consistent, and then you will actually start seeing growth. But also remember, just try to come up with something new. If you want your streams to just be gaming streams, try to come up with other stuff. Don't just talk about the game, talk about other things. There's a lot of stuff that you can do on stream, and a lot of people quit streaming because it's hard. Listen, a lot of things in life are hard.
Yeah.
If it was easy, you have to remember what your parents said. If they said this to you, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about streaming is there are going to be a lot of times you're going to be talking to yourself.
Yep.
And there
And
are going to be
don't
times where maybe only a few people are able to show up in your chat. You may not see a lot of people for a while because they have things going on in their life.
Yep.
But when you do see them, let them know you're happy to see them.
Exactly. And don't get jealous of friends' growth or anything, because you're just going to set yourself up for disappointment. And a lot of people do that. Oh, why can't I grow like this? Mike has a buddy who's like that. We're not going to use his name on stream, but it's not. It's Mike's friend, other people. You got to stop getting jealous of other people's attention. And remember, ask yourself the same question. What are you doing that can make your stream better? Yeah. That's really the question. What can you do to make your stream better?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can tell you, Mike's friend, we could tell him certain things to do his stream better, but it also comes down to him wanting to listen. It's not just him, it's other people too. It's unfortunately that arrogance come in. Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Then you got to do it, or you're just talking like most people do. So,
yeah, and and I know this is a joke, but even Phil McCracken's saying, I still hold record of Pop Talk. Beat that yet, Baron?
No.
Well, Baron's talking about overall.
Overall, yeah.
For viewership.
Yeah.
And
not a troll raid.
Yeah, not a troll raid, exactly. He didn't bring his bots with him.
And yes, you're going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. I do think Pop Talk has improved with Cash and Baron as a regular part of it. Could I do it by myself? Yes, but it'd be entirely different. Even Sunday, I broke down because I was thinking about all the people who are no longer living at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still standing by what I said Sunday. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm not ashamed of who I am when I'm on YouTube, when I, try to have fun and crack jokes and, just be a goofball. I'm not afraid of who I am outside of YouTube. Yeah, I'll still crack a joke here and there, but I know how to get serious. I know how to get down to brass tacks when I need to get down to brass tacks. When shit hits the fan, I know how to get stuff done.
Yep.
Actually, Mike does not have much of a sense of humor once he gets off this show. So enjoy it while you can, folks.
Yep. And whatever Phil McCracken says about Baron and I,
Phil who?
it's you know what? That's true. Phil who? Yeah, you're right.
Don't know who that is.
I don't know
Never
who
heard
that
of
guy
guy.
is. You're right. You're right. It's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Don't know what a Phil McCracken is. Sounds obscene.
Yeah, I agree.
There is something I'm going to say, and I've already told Baron and Cash about this a couple months ago, that these months are very hard. With the holidays coming, and then next month coming. Next month, on the 18th of January, it'll be 20 years since my father passed away. Then the week after that, exactly 1 week after that, it'll be 3 years after my mother passed away. And then after that week, it'll be 29 years since my grandmother passed away. And it all happens bam, 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 bam. But then my mom's birthday comes up. My dad's birthday comes up after my sister's birthday. and then my birthday comes up a week after my dad's, and I tell them I don't like this time of year, and that's one of the other reasons why I try to have fun
Mhm.
is to remember the good times I had with my parents, grandparents, family, because when they're gone, that's what you have left. And I am grateful for all the lessons they taught me. Yes, my dad was the more serious side, but he did have a humorous side to him. He didn't show it that much because of his job, but he did have a humorous side. I'm more like my mom. I try to make sure that everybody has a good laugh, even if it's at my own expense. I don't care as long as somebody gets a laugh. And you know, like I said before, I'm grateful to have these two men join me on this journey on Pop Talk. Thank you, Cash. I mean, you know, we've all been there where you first meet somebody and you go, I don't know about this guy.
Some bad experiences in the past,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. But I don't know
What
about
help
this
did you
guy.
do?
But then you start talking to the person. You find out about the person, who they are, not on YouTube, but outside of YouTube. You get to know him. And then, of course, because he admires the kid so much,
He seems
there.
to.
This is Cash here. Come on, these people don't you understand? This is Cash here. Actually, this is Wong Hung Lo. Wong Hung Lo.
God.
That's an impressive
Yeah.
looking man, though, Baron. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be going down to Fullerton and this weekend or next weekend. Not this weekend because they're still gonna be off on Patrol Live. So I have to go
Patrol
down the
Live,
weekend.
man. No, I
And
gotta.
I got my lip
Yeah,
shaved and I got my nine iron.
they had a baby Ruth that I just had to take. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in all seriousness, Baron, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to have met you and been able to talk to you numerous times, even before you joined Pop Talk when we first met each other on the Doomcock member stream. You know, all the knowledge that you were, letting everybody know about different topics that we were talking about during that member stream, and even Doomcock being impressed with what you had to say, and
You want to know a
considering all
secret?
the knowledge that he has. And
You want to know a
what's the
secret?
secret?
I kept Wikipedia.
Yeah, I think it was the 100 subscription. Yeah, 100 subscription.
Yeah, the
stream. I think
100
that's the first.
subscriber
I
stream.
think that's the
That's the
first time
first.
I talked to Baron. I think it was.
Yeah, it might have
Yeah,
been. Yeah,
it was.
Might have
It was
been.
2
Yeah,
years ago.
it was. Yeah, it's crazy.
2
2
years.
years ago.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Wow, seems a lot longer.
Yeah. Right. That's
But
And,
time literally does be serious. Does fly. It's like, has it really been this long since we played in this arena? And I mean, it actually longer. It's been longer that I've been playing in this arena, and it's like, wow, it's just hard to believe. Then everybody that's come along the way, it's like the little cadre of friends and family that we have here on the YouTube and in the streaming universe, and it's like, wow, it's like, how did this happen? How did we get together? What was the catalyst that did this? What did we do wrong that Phil McCracken came around? I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, Mike was working with his longtime friend before, and then things changed from there. And
right.
Then Mike started inviting us on Pop Talk. He wanted to hear what we have to say about stuff, and started having more open panels at the time. And
yeah.
And then Mike's like, "Hey, would you guys like to be our co-host?" I think it was something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, I was
I've got to give credit where credit's due. Paul, when he was known as the Star Wars guys, was doing Tuesday Night Trek.
That's true.
And that's where I first met Crit. That's where I first met Cash. That's where I first met Phil.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that I've met Paul. I met you, Cash. Yes, I'm glad I've met Phil, because you want to know
Yeah.
something, folks?
Mhm.
As much crap as we give each other during the stream, we've had serious conversations off stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had deep conversations off stream.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grateful to have met Phil, Paul, Crit,
Yeah.
Spock,
Yes.
Nerdporio, Brandon the anime guy, because that's where I first got to
Mhm.
talk with Brandon the anime guy, was
Mhm.
on Tuesday Night Trek. That's where Brian, aka the Nerdporio Lifeform, and I actually first really started talking. Yes, he stopped by my channel before and told me that Paul wanted me on Tuesday Night Trek. But that's really where we got to talking. Same with Spock.
Mm-hmm.
And then going to 540 Studio and meeting T Gap Steve, Hunty, and
Mhm.
several other people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
No,
grateful
you're
for
ignorant.
everybody. You say that, Phil, but as often as we've talked to each other in Discord and had meaningful conversation, some goofy conversations, sometimes one of us is just in a bad mood and we're all just trying to lighten the spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Phil's always in a bad mood.
Yeah.
But it's not an insult when I say this to anybody here, but I can't really remember a lot of the people that I came in contact around here. It's just like, oh, they always were around, which is, I guess, a better way of looking at it. I mean, I know when I first met Brandon, the anime guy, and I know he was the first one that I ever was invited to go on a stream with, was him. So I'm always grateful to Brandon for thinking so highly of me back in that day. I don't know what he thinks about it now, but yeah, but I know I do get those occasional messages from Pat going, "Hey, you busy? You busy? You can't get a guest.
I need you for a show.
I'm
I need
scraping
you
the
for a
bottom
show.
here. Yeah, I'm scraping the bottom here. Come on." So, but no, which is always good. So I know those. I know that dealing with
I'm joking, poking fun at myself, and that's what you have to be able to do. Poke fun at yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. But the thing is I know, of course, 24, and how 24 and I hooked up and started doing things. But then everything starts starting to blur, because it's like the floodgates opened up. It's like boom. It's like here, there, and everywhere. And I was finding myself on all these shows, meeting all these people, and then the other way around, having people on mine. People I didn't even know, really. Just like, okay, just going to ask this person out of nowhere, well, okay, you want to come on the show? And it's what a strange, wonderful journey it is.
It is.
And honestly, if people want to know what it's like really in the entertainment industry, because let's face it, we are in the entertainment industry. We got to start getting some notions out of our head that and start looking, and yeah, it's not being full of ourselves, because you still got to be humble when you go and think this way. But we are in the entertainment industry, and how a lot of these people in Hollywood, New York, wherever it is, whether it be radio, television, movies, whatever, and how all of a sudden these interconnecting things, and they'll even sit back and go, I really don't know how it happened, but we all of a sudden all clicked all together, and boom, we had this little cadre of like-minded friends. And when I say like-minded, I'm just talking fact that we have a love for what we talk about. I mean, we might disagree on stuff, like just like we're talking today. We have people disagreeing with Rebel Moon. And it's like I'm not going to go out there and belittle anyone who didn't like it. Again, we know that but it's the overall thing aspect to it all. We love science fiction, fantasy, pop culture, even sports. I mean, you have all these different aspects to it. And one barking little
Dogs.
doxy.
So some of us love dogs. So some of us, yes. See, the long suffering had it right.
I didn't even hear what she said because I got headphones on.
She said, and a loving wife.
Oh, and a loving wife. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's just amazing. So I think if you're going to go out and do this, you are going to have to start getting yourself into the mindset that even though it's for fun, we are in an entertainment industry, and to take it as such in that area and realize that there's so many people that has each other's backs, that I'm sure that if you just out of the blue sat back and say, hey, I need some help with something, that, you know, if I would not be able to help out with it, I know that maybe if I asked Cash or Mike, they'd probably be able to step up to the bat and help out. And
Yeah,
that's
and I've told you, if you ever need my help with anything, don't hesitate to ask.
Exactly.
Right. And you know, and that goes with the people who aren't even part of the show. I mean, I'm talking about Paul, Crit, you know, all the way down the board, Jace, all of them. And you know, we are a family. We are a network family, and we love what we're doing. We all love each other, and we don't agree with each other all the time, and that's great.
No.
That's what keeps the spice of life alive. You know.
It'd be boring if we all agreed. Oh, wasn't that great? Yeah. Oh, wasn't that terrible? Oh, yeah. No, we all have our different perspectives.
Right. When we're all, yeah, it's like, yeah, let's go out there and, you know, and be a bunch of NPCs, you know. It's like, okay, yeah, that's
Yes,
really gonna do
I love this movie. It is so great. How do you like me now, everyone? I mean, that's how I feel when I watch, you know, certain reviewers. They're programmed. They're machines. Yes, this movie is great. You will love it. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I kept my opinion, you know, what I thought about Rebel Moon quiet from everybody, including these two hunyucks that do this show with me, to close to my vest until I did the show. And you know, obviously, as you can see, I was having a lot of fun leading up to it, but I wanted to keep it fresh. Didn't want to have anything diluted or even start having a conversation about it beforehand that would taint what I'd have to say about it on the air. So I do some of that stuff not because I'm being not that I'm being snooty or whatever. I just don't want to sabotage myself, you might say.
Exactly. It's the same as you told me when it comes to the articles. You try not to look at them ahead of time because you want your opinion, your take to be fresh at the moment. You don't want to formulate your opinion or listen to someone else's opinion and have it taint your view.
Right. Or basically get the when you go walk in there and but when you finally get to it, it's like you already talked about it so many times. It's like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Are we done yet? You know, it's like you're so tired about talking about it by that time because you've already been in the trenches discussing, debating, all that beforehand, which is why I don't read the articles beforehand as much as I try not even read Steve's stories because I want them fresh. I want them as fresh as possible for a true reaction because I enjoy it.
Well, you know, I said this a couple of weeks ago too. Why we don't talk about a lot of the topics that everyone else is talking about at the same time is because what are we going to add to it? What new fresh take are we going to add to, you know, what's happening with Disney or what's happening with Warner Brothers, Marvel, whatever the subject matter is, the hot subject matter is? What different take can we honestly add that doesn't sound like we were listening to somebody else?
Right. Exactly. And I mean, other than the fact that maybe disagreeing with what they're saying, because I hate to say there's a lot of them out there that do sound like parrots. And I don't maybe mean saying that, but honestly, you know, you already know right off the bat, just a few seconds after announcement of something, what someone's going to say about it. Just because there's axes to grind or, you know, hurt feelings. I'm not talking about amongst each other, but what the studios have done to us. And yeah, there are people out there that I guess they've been really hurt, and understandably so, by what Disney, Paramount, BBC, all these other hunyucks out there have been doing, and I can understand that. I feel, but I try to be a little optimistic. Call me Pollyanna, whatever. I don't care, but I do see a better future out there. And I've said before, I'm going to say again, in the next few years, you're really going to see it. And One Piece, Rebel Moon, a few of this other stuff, Megan, even Cocaine Bear, for Christ's sake, Godzilla -1, yeah, The Boy and the Heron, all these things.
Yeah.
When you have these smaller films and they're bringing in,
Super Mario Brothers.
yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. There's so many, and they didn't necessarily have these huge budgets, but by percentage wise, they're what they're bringing in is better than the blockbusters, supposedly.
Yeah, maybe I missed you saying it, but Sound of Freedom, that did so well.
Mm-hmm. After all, I forget what was out this year. I mean, yeah, and that's the film that nobody wanted to do. I mean, that succeeded despite the establishments. Oh, I want to see that one. I want to see that one. Write something up, D-Gap. Big Daddy D-Gap. We need to have a. We need to take a break from Pop Talk 90210 for 1 week and have that adventure.
Cocaine Bear versus Godzilla. Well, we know who Crit would choose. Godzilla.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with Cocaine Bear. And after seeing Baldur's Gate 3, and now I know why the bear is on cocaine.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
But, gentlemen, since we are approaching the half hour, let's go ahead and wind down the show and go ahead and promote yourselves.
Monet.
All right, I was going to let you go first, but all right.
I'll go first. Okay, fine. Of course, you're going to find me here Wednesdays and Sundays. I suppose Mike's going to let us know what he has planned for on Sunday here. We already told him what we would mind doing, so I won't expound on that more. Hopefully soon here, of course, the Primetime Kings live stream will be back on, and I'll be enjoying rapping with 24/7 Fusion Media, Vigilante Williamson, and New Bomb Turk. And I do want to wish them all, well, of course, Christmas over, but this New Year's coming up here. So I'm hoping they all have a great New Year's. Of course, Babylon 5, because it is, with the weekend and all that, the last of it, will be off for this weekend as well, but we're going to pick that up the next weekend, Saturday, and that'll be at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Okay.
We are still in season 3, but I figured we're still in the midst of the hubbub of the holidays, and a lot of people take off about 2 weeks about this now anyways, so might as well, make it easy, and that way we can all get together and sing our New Year's carols, and tis the season to wear lampshades and stuff like that.
This eggnog is some good stuff.
Yeah, that's not eggnog. What? So okay, you can fill in the blanks, kids. If you have any problem, talk to your parents. And of course, hoping to get some shorts going here. Like I said, new year, new me, and then looking to start getting some live streaming going on Fandom Legacy. Again, a little bit different from everybody else because I don't usually deal with the pop culture today. I still say I'm out of touch with the pop culture of the day. I'm look more at the history, the past, what I've gone through, and bringing that aspect. And I found that it kind of goes hand in hand. So that's what you'll be seeing on my channel coming up here. And I think I'm tanned, I'm rested and ready, just like Nixon was when he came back from China. So let's rock and roll with the Ayatollah. So.
Very nice.
Back to you,
looking forward to seeing all the great entertainment on Baron and Tags Legacy.
I didn't promise that. I didn't say great entertainment. I'm just saying,
I'm saying it. I'm hyping you up. I'm your hype man.
Yeah. Well, see, if I do it my way, people will be wanting to tune in to see what type of train wreck I'm going to be doing. But sometimes you get more viewers that way. It's like you pass by. It's like I take a look at that train wreck. I can't keep my eyes off of it though.
Aaron Cash, what's coming up on the Phantom Hula Hoopa?
The hooligans, yes, the hooligans. Well, if we can get enough people this week, we should be able to do Among Us. We need about 8, though. I think 7.
I'm the killer. I'm the killer.
That's right.
No, I'm the killer.
We need so hopefully on Friday at like 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time we can get enough people. But if we don't, then we'll play something else because we need at least 8. We're gonna need at least 8 for those rounds that we're gonna do. We 8 to 10. We can't.
Yeah.
7's a little less. 6. I saw Paul doing it with 6. I think 6 is just a little less. It's not a very good number for a game like Among Us. I think we need at least 8.
Well, at least it's not 1. That's the loneliest number that there.
We've got 3 with Phil. That's 4. I don't know who else wants to join. Paul. That'll be 5. Yeah. So we should be able to get some more people. Yeah, I'll let some people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we want to play with our friends. We don't want to just go in there where someone comes in and joins it because when you're doing this, it just doesn't have the same feel. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
The camaraderie isn't there, and it's just like the guy who plays the dwarf in Vermintide 2. It's like, there goes, he's running off again.
But if we can get at least 8 or 9 people in VC, as long as we can control it, I'll see if I can control it the best I can. Then we'll do it. But if we can't get 8, I just don't see a point of doing an Among Us stream if we can't get at least 8 people. We should be able to, but I have no idea.
What's the fallback game in case we can't?
Well, I was thinking. Let's see. We haven't played Vermintide 2 in a while. I was thinking maybe Party Animals.
Oh, I got that game.
You know what?
What?
I'm down to facing you two clowns and Party Animals because let me tell you something, brother.
Uh-oh.
At the end of the day, dude, I'm gonna show you why I am the king and legend of Pop Talk, dude.
Oh boy, dude. And but yeah,
as long as you got a penguin or an otter.
And then I'm gonna do a part 4 of Ratchet and Clank, and I think I'll be able to finish it off. I'm not sure. I think I'm very close. So,
not holding my breath.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if they're gonna have me do something in the arena again. I don't know, or I'm gonna spend like an hour or 2 and trying to make sure to get all the bolts I need to buy all the weapons and I for the game.
Or play Megatron and the entire stream dying. Yeah.
I'll have to go back.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Fine. Well, let's go ahead and end 2023 the right way. The right way. Okay?
Disrupts my coronation! Coronation, Starscream? This is bad comedy.
Megatron? Is that you?
Here's a hint. Will anyone else attempt to fill his shoes?
Help! I'm being repressed!
Nobody messes with Megatron.
What happened to Micah?
Silence, man, scream. Anything else coming up on Phantom Hooligans?
Yeah, no, just the 2 gaming streams this week. I just hope that I haven't played Among Us yet ever on the Phantom Hooligans, so we should be able to get enough. I think that game's still pretty popular. If not, Party Animals is a nice backup, but we'll see how it goes. And then Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and then next week, it will be time for Dishonored. So that'll be good. I'm
Nice.
trying to at least do besides the multiplayer game, I want to try to do 2 games a week. So I keep it fresh. At least 2 games a week besides the multiplayer stuff. So technically
nice.
3, but just single player stuff.
I
Unless we
need
play
to sit,
multiplayer, yeah. Mhm.
I need to sit down and go through the Cash Monet Pacific 104 course on doing a stream of a
Right.
game. So
Okay.
I need to do that because I'm stupid. I admit it. I'm just like,
You're
Huh?
not.
Well, Bear, there's plenty of videos you can watch of me playing a game and dying. So there's a start.
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, but I'm talking about the technical end of it.
Mhm. We'll help you out, man. It's no
I
problem.
know you will. Yeah, I know you will. You want to see me suffer? Hey, leave my cow out.
What game are you thinking about playing?
Candy Crush.
No, you
No.
are not.
Well, I mean, you got me that border crossing game. That that's kind of fun
Yeah.
to play. Of course, there's space. There's I think with the Space Marine 2 coming up, there's still Space Marine.
Oh yeah,
Bolt gun. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I gotta get back
I mean,
to
there's
that.
there's a lot of those that I got in my library.
Mhm.
Of course, I got that RoboCop one.
What I can tell you though, Baron, is that testing games offline before you play them on stream is always a good thing, just to make sure
Oh, yeah.
things
Yeah,
work.
that is very good to do.
Yeah, I'll make sure that the right mods in there, so all of a sudden you don't have instant nudity like in Skyrim.
Right.
Wrong mod.
But remember, if you're going to play Skyrim, on stream, you should probably finish it. I'm looking at you, a certain person who hasn't finished Skyrim and starts it over 500 times.
Yeah, I want him to do that because I like.
We want you to finish, Paul. I think everybody on this panel would like to see you finish Skyrim. Would like to see you finish Skyrim at least once and do it at least once and do it without mods. I agree with Phil. I think it would be better to do it without mods. There's so much you can get out of it. Yeah.
I'm mesmerized by that vampire, redheaded vampire that he plays his butt when he's running around in there.
Yep.
It's like,
take off invincibility, take off the cheats. I know you don't want to you want to skip things, but don't skip anything. Just make your character have certain mods that you like. Don't have invincibility or anything like that, and just go through the whole game, man. Seriously.
Yeah, and what was the other one? What was the other one that he was playing that was so fun to watch him play?
Dark Souls. Dark Souls
No.
3? It was fun. Yeah.
No, what was that game again, man? The space one. With the blue aliens and Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Yeah,
yes.
Mass Effect. I want to see Paul go back
and
Paul. Finish Mass Effect.
The reason we're saying this, or especially me, is like I would like to see you finish Mass Effect on stream. Crit would like to see you finish Mass Effect on stream.
I love to see you do it. Remember, Paul, we were in there cheering and rooting you on.
Yeah, man.
We weren't telling you what to do.
And
we
Paul, please play on normal difficulty, man. Just leave it on normal difficulty and go through the game. Yep.
That reminds me, I got the Batman games too. The
Nice.
the Arkham ones. Yeah,
those games are always fun to play. Even Arkham
they are
Knight's a
fun.
good game.
I've been kicking.
I still need to finish Arkham Knight. I finished the other two, but I haven't finished Arkham Knight.
Yeah, see, I'm playing the first one, so
you're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of fun playing that.
Very fun game.
And now that I got the DLCs for stuff, I think that's for one of the later ones. I can dress up as any Batman I want out of the year. It's just like
nice, yeah, very cool.
And I didn't pay any extra. It came with those. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna complain.
Yep.
No.
Give me the 66 Batmobile or the 89 Batmobile. I'm back.
It'll be a lot of fun. And do you have anything else that you want to promote, Baron?
No, actually, we were talking with Cash. I just kind of usurped him, didn't I?
It's all right. Like I said, if I'm not on with Pop Talk or I'm not doing other stuff with Mike, then I'll be over at 540. And then if I'm not over at 540, I'll be doing stuff on my own channel. So.
Nice.
So he says.
And
That's
as
true.
far as what's coming up on Pacific 414, well, tomorrow, and I'm going to be streaming this on the Rumble and YouTube and Twitch side tomorrow. It will be more War for Cybertron.
How
And
are you
then
liking
Friday,
this? Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh, I was
Uh,
just gonna say, how are you liking this multi-streaming stuff? Do you find it challenging, or do you like doing it?
I
Are you
like
hoping
doing.
all
I
three
like
of
doing
these
it.
channels are gonna grow? Okay.
I like doing it because I like the interaction I get on all three channels.
Okay.
You get a wider audience
Mm-hmm.
to where people see, okay, well, on this day he does Pop Talk.
Right.
These days he does game streams.
Okay. I'll have to ask you how you do that because I might want to try that sometime. Like do with
Okay.
YouTube and Rumble at the same time. Okay.
On these days, he's curled up in the ball, wondering why do I let these guys on my show?
No, it's not like that.
Not yet.
Yet.
But I'll be back with more War for Cybertron tomorrow
Nice.
at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then of course I'll be with Cash and Baron on Friday over on Phantom Hooligans playing Among Us. And if we're not playing Among Us, we're gonna be playing Party Animals and taking out our frustrations out on each other as party animals.
Yeah.
Nothing scheduled for Sunday. I am thinking about going to see Iron Claw. I just don't know if I'm going to go see it this weekend or
Okay.
if I'm going to wait till next week to go see it. I do want to see it because I was a wrestling fan. I don't particularly watch it too much anymore, but at one time I was a wrestling fan, and I am aware of the Von Erich story, and so
Okay.
that's one
Could
of the
be pretty
reasons why I
good.
want to
Yeah.
go see it. And it does look pretty good from the trailers I've noticed. And then Sunday, we won't be having Pop Talk at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday like we normally do.
What?
But no. But we will be having Pop Talk later on in the evening, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time to ring in the new year here on the East Coast, possibly ring in the new year in the Central Time Zone, possibly. We'll just have to see how we're all feeling energy wise.
Baron, are you alive? Baron, are you late? Baron,
it may, Baron, it may be a thing where you and I are zonked out and Cash is the only one talking.
It might be.
So yeah, here I am, and
Here I am on a lonely
yeah,
road.
we're coming close to the New Year's in the Mountain Time Zone.
Woohoo!
That means I got 1 hour.
That's the Igor edition. Well, today.
Oh, Raymond! Hey, Raymond! How you doing, Mr. Arendo? Yeah, the lunchroom is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time for dinner.
That it is.
What's up, John Randall? It's been a while. Hope things are going well with you, man.
And speaking of having guests on for Pop Talk for next year, I would love to have John Randall on, and I would love to have Raymond and Sandra Feliciano on.
They're good people. They are.
Yeah, they are. They're very good people.
Ask about the ferrets, especially Slapshot. What he likes to do.
Okay.
Golden shower.
But as far as what else is coming up on Pacific 414 Tuesday, I'm not sure what game I'm going to stream, but I'm going to stream a game on Tuesday. Now, next week, there's going to be an additional Pop Talk on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern will be the 4th Pop Talk collector stream.
So, the hell you say? No, that's cool.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I've had a lot of fun with the previous 3 collector stream, and we're just going to keep to the same formula.
So
Awesome.
see what I got here is I got this little rubber band ball, and I started doing this like when I was in 8th grade, and I just keep on adding little rubber bands to it so it gets bigger and bouncier. And yeah, as you can see here, and that's what I like to share.
Don't forget about your pet rock collection.
Oh yeah, my pet rocks. Yeah, my pet rocks. I got them all named Rocky, Geode, Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, they all got their names.
But before we leave everybody here tonight, I do want to thank everybody who stopped by during this almost 4-hour stream on PACIFIC414 and Baron Tag's Fandom Legacy. Of course, for PACIFIC414, we are on both YouTube and Rumble.
Rumble.
I want to say hello to John Rendell. Thank you very much for stopping by. Raymond, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. We also had Blazerhawk Darren stop by. Good to see you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Old man stopped by. Great to see you. It was great to see it's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. It's been a long while, Courtney.
Yes,
I'm happy to see you tonight.
The lovely and wonderful. I wonder if she's going out to Colorado again. She does that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Of course, we had Tommy Fox. Good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the one to blame for Jace, by the way. So, so if you want to send any hate mail, that's who you send it to.
And we had Pudgy Hedgehog Adventures. Good to see you, Pudgy. I know you know Pudgy from being on Raymond's channel, Baron.
Yep. And Cobalt. You can't forget Cobalt. So Pudgy and Cobalt.
Yeah.
We had a wild Paul sighting, I guess. Yeah.
What?
Yes. Paul and Phantomology. Christian Fandom Geek was here. Thank you very much for stopping by, Christian. Alex Moore was here. Good to see you, Alex. He's also a follower on Rumble.
Rumble.
Jet Sparks was here. Good to see you, Jet Sparks.
Hey, Jet.
And of course,
hello, Jet.
We had Pop Culture Mechanic. Good to see you, Pop. If you missed his Trade Talk stream last night, it was a very good one.
And I hope he had a good Boxing Day yesterday.
Yes, because it was Boxing Day in Canada.
Yeah.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
All about.
All about that there. Everything from me to Z, eh? So go out
we also
and wear your toque.
We also had Phil McCracken. Yes. He can be a troll, but you've heard what I said. We've had serious conversations off stream, and I do consider him a friend.
Boo, yes, boo.
He says he hates us all, but
he does.
Just it's probably true.
Right.
I hate you up.
Yeah.
That sounds more like Harvey. Sorry.
DJ Ronnie G was here. Good to see you, DJ. Always glad to see you, brother.
Nerd.
Brandon Looney Tunes fan 2000 was here. The Pat Wannabe was here. Always nice to see him too. And I don't know why he's always so angry. And he's Canadian. Why is he so angry when he's Canadian? Couldn't he be one of the nicest people in the world? The angry Canadian.
They got Bob and Doug McKenzie, eh? They got the twofers up there, eh? And you got Moose, happy little Moose there, eh? So put the toque on and keep yourself warm there and keep your stick on the ice, eh?
Don't be a hoser, eh?
Don't be a hoser, eh?
We also had Jason Fox from 540 Studio, who really did enjoy Rebel Moon.
Yeah, he assaulted me before I even had a chance to say anything. He was very. I just wow. I mean the hatred, the anger, the wrath. I just I felt
he should call himself the angry Norwegian.
Yeah, well, all Norwegians are angry, but that's beside me. I usually go to my.
Jason's the angriest of them all.
There he is. He doesn't like anything either. I had to go to my safe space today for the show. If you didn't hear me talking for a while, I was in my safe space. Safe space.
Well, he's never in a safe space, and that's Big Daddy T-Gam Steve with his latest episode of Beverly Hills 414.
Yeah. And you said Jason's to blame for him? Okay. Talking some more stuff on the list there, Jace. Talking some more stuff.
We also had Decepticons Cave of Comic and Toys.
Decepticon?
Disrupts my coronation!
Coronation, Starscream? This is bad comedy.
Megatron? Is that you?
Here's a hint. Extinction to all traitors!
Yeah, I think John's right. The shame closet. Yeah, Baron goes in there and he just starts crying. Why am I like I am?
Well, the shame closet is my bedroom, so.
And we also had the lovely and talented Leia Rose,
the president and sole member of the Phil McCracken fan club.
And Raymond Says Baron. The slappies are Saturday.
I need to rejoin over there and give Raymond some headaches.
Rejoin the pod, so to speak.
I gotta get my waders on and start swimming around a little bit more.
Boxing Day? Did Tyson win?
He had to. Yeah.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
But I want to thank everybody for watching, listening, and lurking. Not just to Pop Talk, but to the gaming streams and the few episodes of the box score that we did this year, the collector stream that we did earlier this year, and any other streams that we had done, whether they were on the YouTube channel or when we started streaming over on Rumble in August, and also the Twitch channel, the Kick channel. Thank you to everybody for your support. I hope 2024 is a great year for everybody. And until Sunday, I'm just going to say two things. One, don't ever give up on me in a game, because just when you do, you just might miss something. And two, I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy. You have a good rest of your night, everybody. And until next time, take care.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Yeah, you'll miss something like Mike missing something and getting killed in the game. That's what you'll miss. Honestly. Let's be honest. Yeah, that's it.
I got nothing.
The truth is the truth, and it hurts. I know. Yeah, I found out my psych doctor came out with a book. He told me about that today. I suppose I should read about it, see if I'm in there. I mean, you gotta have a couple sentences.
Wait a minute here. Look who is the lousy Romulan.
Whoa.
There it is, cloaking device. Oh,
what is this nonsense? Love Snyder? We like something of Snyder. We have very mixed feelings about him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
We're not letting the last official show of 2023 go out with just the end credits. We're gonna let it go out like this, because this needs to be played one more time for 2023.
Anonymous. Anonymous. Anonymous.
Anonymous. Good night, everybody. And you thought you thought I wouldn't play it, right, Anonymous, right?